tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh, susceptible now, before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me, no, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Daydream with me, let your mind explore all the things we were created for. Possibilities, an open door that keeps us reaching out for more. Sure that I'm not sure, I know when I don't know it, so I listen for my inner voice. Carry the winds, drown out the rain, but will it make sense?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Evelyn. I'm here to introduce you to a new level of entertainment. The stars have aligned, connecting Brooklyn, New York, Sacramento, California, and Atlanta, Georgia. The team. Introducing Flatbush, Brooklyn's finest, the boss, Chef Chupino. Hailing from Sacramento, California, is Andrea Lynch. From the dirty South Atlanta, Georgia, is your boy, Victor Freeze Music, or just Vic.
Club phone jump, it's the weekend. Dream come true with the freak friends. Hitting on doors, that's a defense. Rolling with all, that's an offense. Hit me, change you, let me preach it. With our bullshit, it to my maybe drop bands. So they won't buy, and I say, so they won't buy you the kid flavor. Baby, tell me what you want. Julian, I know you need fun. Ever since remember we been knocking at the door. Y'all be moving paper, we be running up the school. Y'all before that pillar, we was sleeping on the floor. West side Africa, you know the shit ain't fun. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Pop it, baby. Come roll with me. As times relax, my mind's relax. I got now from who got next. Here's my number, just send a text. You got a man and she responds, nah. Okay, sure enough, I'ma let you go, don't wanna hold you up. I'ma call your phone when I put it up. Whoever let you go must be dumb as fuck. Wait for, girl you so fine, I'll pay for. Fly you first class to the lake for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. One day I kill it. Night long. This the part where you get your girl, nigga. Make sure she focused, nigga. Make sure you focus, nigga. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hit it. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. That's a hit for your ass, nigga. Hit for your ass, nigga. Prophet the One. Follow me on all Instagram sites, PROPHETTHEONE. That's Prophet the One in case you couldn't spell. But if you could.
Vibing all night long. Yeah. Make sure these sounds are right. YouTube. Talk to me before I say anything further. Give me a 1 in the chat if my levels are correct. Please. And thank you in advance. Before I get to running my jibs, talk to me. Give me a 1 in the chat if I'm fine, if my vocals are good. I don't see anything. Where you at? Am I on a delay? There we go. There we go. All right, I thought I was muted for a second. What's up? It's your boy, Chef. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another night of intellectual debauchery, hosted by myself and the wonderful, I'm going to steal Derek C. Williams' line, ubiquitous, unambiguous, and mercurial Andrea Lynch. And we go by the name of Truth and Balance. Bang, bang. Andrea, where you at? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to rock and roll. There we go. All right. No chicken in your teeth. You straight? What's up?
What up, Chef? How you doing tonight?
Uh-oh. What up, Chef? What are you doing tonight? Somebody peed in somebody's cereal today. Oops.
Okay. Hold on a minute. I can't.
Oh, you at the print? You good?
Yeah, it's like something is in my. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know you, so I know you, but it's okay though. It's okay, right?
It's okay.
Right.
The show must go on.
They can't stop your shine, family. So
yeah, the show
it is
must
what
go
it is. So talk to me outside of, the demons. How are you doing today?
You know what? I am at a place in my life. Talk your shit. I don't give a damn anymore. I'm almost 52.
You're almost 50 also, not 52. I know.
I don't care anymore. If you ain't paying my bills, you ain't taking care of these kids, you ain't doing shit over here, keep on talking your shit. I think it's okay. Because obviously I must be doing something that you must be think I'm that damn important. God mentioned my name. How about that? Because the last time I checked, these are straight A students over here in this Lynch house.
You know what? I think we might just need to hold on. Let me do this the right way. So should we just take that off and just turn this into a smoke show?
I guess. People want my name out. People want to ask like what I'm doing, where I'm at, how I'm moving. Don't worry about me. You ain't paying the bills over here at this Lynch house. We doing just fine. Y'all worry about I'm raising kids, being a mom, what I'm supposed to do, giving back to my community. Holler at me when you do that shit. Because that shit is hard.
Rudy said you're still a baby.
You're so worried about what I'm doing. It's just ridiculous to me. But I can tell you this, my kid's a straight A student. I can tell you this, last weekend, I got a show. My daughter hurt her arm. I rushed her to the emergency room, and I want the parent-teacher conference with 4 kids. Can you do that?
Yeah, I got to tell you, with all of the stuff that people talk nowadays, they talk about this, they talk about I drive this, I do that. That's the way that you pop a collar right there. I'm just saying. That's the way you pop a collar right there. Yo, she be going, man. When I say she goes, she's in California. I'm over on the East Coast. And you'll see she'll send stuff to me at 8 o'clock my time. I'm like, yo, what is she doing up? But she had the kids, and they're not all in the same grade, right? So
no. And my daughter broke her arm on the night that I was live. Okay, I had to get off the live, rush her to the emergency room for 3 hours. Did I want to do that?
Didn't know that. Andrea had to drop out.
No. Did I want to do that? But no, I had to. She broke her arm. Mama gonna be right there. So remember, talk to me when you can do all the jobs that I can do, and then you can holler at me. Tell me something. I would love to trade a place with you one day. You can't handle it. It's gonna be too much.
Ooh. So I tell you this. Normally, when you get, when they talk about, damn, I had to pay so much in taxes. That's actually that's a good problem to have, right? Because that means that you get into the money, you get into the bag. So the problems that you're having, those are the problems that are synonymous with success. Those are the problems that are synonymous with evolution. those are the problems that are synonymous with growth, which means that people ain't gonna talk shit to somebody they can't see. They can't talk shit to a person they can't see. And right now, you are visible. You blinding them. You giving them bubble guts. You understand what I'm saying? So just take it as them having their own personal catharsis. It bothers them, so they got to get it off their chest. But in the dynamic, I would prefer you be the person that's being hated on as opposed to the person hating. So for me, you in a good spot. This is a part of the job. So toughen up, walk it off. You already laid out all of the things that, all of the things that put you in that wonderful place. So bask in it. You feel me?
I'm ready to start doing my reaction to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Don't let them take you off your game, man. That's what they're supposed to do. You're a point guard. You're gonna see people coming swinging hands, trying to knock the ball out of your hands. That's their job. So
the great Kobe Bryant said, "Shoot, hey, tough love."
But okay, damn, that's all we had to do was show tough love, and you didn't the hell with my words of wisdom. All I had to do was put tough love up there. What up, Tough? Hey, Tuffy.
We miss you. Welcome back, my brother. We miss
Welcome
you. Okay?
Back. Thank you for your service, brother.
Thank
Salute.
you for your
Salute. And thanks for dropping through. Yeah. Damn, yo, that was man. And change his name from Tough Love to Happy Pill. You know what I'm saying? Nika Marcel, what up? A1 Day One. Step Reads. Hey, welcome. Awesome Smile. Welcome to the garden. This is a new face for me here. Welcome. All right. Andrea, Mika. What up, Shay? Hey. Victoriously Shay. What's going on? What's going on? Speaking of Victoriously Shay, I did, the interview called The Movie with Real Talk 87, which was Redemption, the movie. We did a next one in terms of screenplay fashion with Victoriously Shay, and it was called Foster Care, the movie. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing one with Tawana G. I know a lot of you guys may know Tawana G, formerly of the La Let's Talk show. And we're going to be doing it. It's called Evolution, the movie. And it's going to chronicle her life story. So tune in tomorrow. It's going to be 4:30 Pacific time. And it's going to be 7:30 Eastern time.
This might answer your question.
Alexa, be quiet.
You can't control your woman. You can't control your woman.
Right. I'm gonna start calling her Karen. But check it out. It's gonna be an event tomorrow.
It's gonna be good.
Right. Red lipstick vibes. What up, Ty? What's going on? I see the avatar. Fix your face. All right. Dawn is the other A1 Day One, and then the original A1 Day One, Quantum Love Metaphysician. What is going on? Yes, here we go. Who else did I miss? We got Big Rudy in the spot. Who else? Hey, what up, Mickey? Moments with Mickey Red. What's going on? I see you. We on Lock Nation, my guy. Peace, blessings unto you and your family, during your time of loss, my brother. I hope, all I could do is wish you guys strength, and for you at this point, understanding you being a man and being a patriarch within the confines of your family unit. I hope that I could bring you a couple laughs tonight, my brother. Real talk, but thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, and you on the prayer list. Hold it down. Okay, see Rudy in his lion mood right now. You ain't no baby. We on lock wants to know how is she now?
I'm good.
No, not you.
Oh,
Olivia.
Olivia is doing wonderful. Mommy had to help her, but honey, we got a cast for 6 to 9, 8 weeks, and we got a cast. But she gonna get a purple one Thursday.
Yeah, what was crazy was she hit me while we were on the stream last week, and she was like, "My daughter just broke her arm. I gotta go." She left. We finished, did the show, finished it off. Literally from the time she broke her arm, the time Andrea got into the hospital, they diagnosed her, took the x-ray, because she even sent the x-ray picture, took the x-ray and showed it was a bad break. Baby girl required surgery. They did the x-ray, did the surgery, did another x-ray, had her in a splint and out of that piece within 3 hours. From the time that her arm was broken to the time they got her out the hospital, it was less than 3 hours. Man, that's fast.
Yeah.
So what else you got?
It helps to have an emergency room down the street from your house.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. I went. So Rudy and I, Rudy, we both grew up in the same neighborhood, right? I used to be engaged. So my ex-fiance is Rudy's little sister. You know what I'm saying? But if you understand the way how long we've been knowing them, that's family doesn't stop, right? So literally, we were walking distance from a hospital. Where we were was around the corner from a hospital called Brookdale Hospital. The thing is, it has the one of the best trauma units in Brooklyn. So normally they may pass 2 other hospitals to rush you over to Brookdale, depending on, on what your issue is. Yeah. So having the hospital around the corner is not bad, but if it's a good one, you in pocket.
Yeah.
Queen Nita with the spicy peppers. What it do? What's going on? What up? So that's why I got rid of Alexis talking eyes.
I got rid of
Hey, so
mm-hmm.
So last time, for the record, you guys, just to let you understand what this show is, what the kind of essence of the show is, a bit into our relationship as the team, Victor, Andrea, and myself, we had a conversation. And we realized that Andrea had never watched Kevin Samuels video. But what happened is sometimes, you have a tendency to rely. If you're not into something, you have a tendency to rely on the knowledge and the expertise of your friends or the people around you. But you definitely know sometimes you may disagree with all of your friends, or one of them may disagree with the rest of you. So Andrea finally got an opportunity to watch, and what she watched was the Average at Best video. The Average at Best video. So, I'll let you tell them what you thought about the Average at Best video after you finally got to see it.
Well, personally, he was a little patient. He was a little patient that I would have done. He was too patient to me. I would have been got rid of her. She just did too much, okay, for real. For me, he that wasn't his show. But he ended up being courteous as a man. He went ahead and answered her questions, and she was just doing too much for me. Personally, she didn't say anything about her son. Her son is her legacy. She didn't. She said she was a 5. I was like, okay.
She said 6 with makeup, right?
Yeah, 6 with makeup. She was doing too much. I was like, and he was gracious enough until she just got on his nerves, and he just finally gave it to her. But he was being courteous as he didn't have to. He even told her you can make an appointment. You can on my other show, but she wanted to talk to him. So I was like,
he was being pretty courteous. I'll give him that.
Curtis, me personally, I would have gave you one chance. Goodbye, click off. Because my patience could have been, my patience is sometimes it's not. As the older I get, I don't have that much patience.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can pop out real quick. So he was. I personally say, for me, he was patient. Because I know for me, I would have just said, click, bye.
So, why do you think? And one of the questions is, why do you think he got the heat that he got?
Nobody pretty much gave it to the Black sisters like he did, and he's one of us.
Okay.
And
wait, you said, and he's one of us.
Yeah, he's a Black man. I'm a sister. Black men in relationships, they want Black sisters, don't they? And so he gave it to us like if we're looking for the right man that's compatible to us, he's telling us what we need to do.
I could see that. Did I tell you that? Excuse me. Did I tell you that he's spoken to men too, right? He didn't just, he hasn't just talked to women.
He talks to both sides, yes.
Mm-hmm. He actually started out doing the colognes and the perfumes and the fashion, and then he transitioned into speaking about the brothers and giving brothers advice. So let's get a little taste of one of those quick sessions.
You living an interesting life. I mean, you're 34 working in the warehouse. What are you doing that's interesting?
I mean, I like to work out.
Okay.
I mean, I like to go out, places and visit places and stuff.
Okay.
I
what
don't.
are you doing that's interesting?
See, I didn't have none of that when I was a kid, man. I didn't go to my proms or nothing like that.
And at 34 years old, that's your responsibility to address. It's nobody's concern but your own. No one cares what you did not have. That's your problem. That's it. I didn't have a father. That's my problem. Everybody got something. How tall are you?
I'm only 5'5". Just turned 27. I'm overweight, working on it right now.
Okay. You got two struggles already. You can't be short and fat. About how much do you make a year?
40,000.
And how old are you? Almost 40. So you're underemployed too.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So short, don't have to worry about that. But your weight and your money, with your confidence.
Oh.
Why would the female of the species want to take your genes and put them into the next generation? Should males like that in the animal world be able to mate?
No.
38 years old. Is this where you thought you'd be in life?
No.
And what are you doing about it?
Working out.
No, you ain't working out. You're fat.
That's true.
See, this is why I have these conversations, because a lot of this stuff gets lost in the sauce when women start talking about women and these red pills and all this other kind of stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with women. See, at 5'5", you should be in shape for you. You have zero confidence, and you're a quitter. You're underperforming, and you lack ambition. You need to go enroll in martial arts or boxing somewhere and let somebody knock the shit out of you. You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't know Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
I mean, but he didn't lie. He told the truth. He told the truth. You on mute, Chef?
Yo. It's like when you get one of your people to watch a movie that you've seen a few times, but they never seen. Like, never. Oh, come on. You got to watch this. Watch. And then it's almost like you live it through them. You know, what's funny is like he looked like he was talking your language. The way you reacted, it seems like he was talking your language.
He didn't lie. He was telling the truth. I mean, he was lack of ambition. I felt that too, you know, and lack of
I'm gonna give you a video.
Oh my god! I mean, yeah. I don't think anything wrong with that. He was telling them the real, like we need to get into the gym. Like, that's true. Work out. And sometimes working out gives you ambitious to have more energy.
Mm-hmm. Technically too, and then also the heavier you are.
Yes.
About to give y'all a little bit of science class, right? The heavier you are as a man, where we pick up fat, one of the areas that we pick up fat is in an area called the mons pubis. MONS, next word, pubis, PUBIS. And that's basically the triangle area above the Johnson. Now, what happens is as you gain weight, that's one of the places that we naturally put weight on. So what takes place is, if this is the mons pubis, and this is the Johnson, as you get fatter and it gets fatter, what happens is less of your Johnson is exposed to the light. So, you know,
I mean,
that's how it works.
I don't see anything wrong with him giving him that was constructive criticism.
That was man talking to a fella.
Yeah, talking to you're too big.
Right. Oh, snap. Salute, Tommy B, my brother. Thanks for dropping through. But yeah, so in terms of that whole mons pubis things, fellas, if you may think you may not be packing and you're a heavy dude, you know, you lose the weight, you might regain some inches you never thought existed, you know, just saying. If not, then, you know, better make sure you got that muscle tongue.
Some of that weight is a lot to carry, even on my own self as a woman. I told you I lost 60 pounds. It took me a whole year to do that.
It's good. It takes a lot of people a longer amount of time to do that. So salute. Yeah. So funny. And I'm glad you talked about it. Why do you think that weight loss is important? Because you brought it up, so I want to jump to it.
Why is it my weight loss was important? Because to be honest and tell the truth, my mother died of diabetes. In her last year of her life, she had a leg amputated. And it's running rapidly in my family. My sister, my brother, my daddy. And I don't want it. I don't have it. But my blood pressure, my daddy suffered from high blood pressure, and I did too. And when I was big, I had high blood pressure. And when I lost that weight, I had to be dedicated. No soda, no sugar, no kind of fries that I love to eat. Okay. had to
on that side of fries in California too. California used to be a part of Mexico, so the Mexican food is good.
Yeah. So I had to cut all that out, and I remember going to Vegas with some YouTubers, friends of mine, and I was hot, I was huffing, and I was puffing. And when I got back home, I was like, "Girl, you need to do something about yourself." I went back to the gym and hired me a personal trainer, and got the weight off. But I had to be dedicated because it was times my personal trainer would call me and cuss me out. I was like, I was making every excuse why I wasn't coming to the gym. And he was like, Dre, I'm going to hold you accountable. And the first 2 days, he was kicking my ass and I had to throw up. But I felt good. He toned my body up. He got me my mind physically and mentally shaped. But I sleep better. I feel better. My clothes look good on me.
Damn. You took us to a place where I didn't even think we would have gotten to that early. Okay. But since you went there, I want to speak to it. Okay. When I think of Kevin Samuels, I didn't think about him as the homie. I didn't see him as the homie. Mm-hmm. I saw him as the uncle that would pass through, and he loves you, but he's going to be the one that's willing to tell you about yourself in whichever way it needs to be delivered. And, people talked about his level of machismo. He was not a metro dude. He was not you got where I was going. He was not a super macho dude. He was more metro than anything. Stylish, but he resonated with that uncle or that aunt that was the one that, even though they love you, and even if they ain't see you in a minute, if they see you screwing up, they're going to tell you about yourself.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you about yourself. That's the thing that I got the most from him, but I definitely enjoyed the laughs without question.
Without question. Maybe he feel like it's his duty.
I mean, it could have been his duty. Some people would say it's a money grab, but the thing is, in essence, what he was doing, it was necessary. It started a conversation. And it provided some additional vernacular. Mm-hmm. Because they tell you, in order to overcome the desire for emotional response, violent response, one of the things you have to do is use your vocabulary in order to be able to articulate how you feel. Mm-hmm. The more words that you have to articulate what it is that you feel and what you're thinking and what you perceive, then it's easier for you to have a conversation. A lot of times people blow up because they don't figure out an outlet for that feeling, and they don't have a translation of language, So he provided conversation. There was one time, even my lady, this was, year and a half, she was like, wow, man, watching it and thinking about it and, being in that space and hearing what he's talking about. It's like, damn.
I told you my own ex-husband watching and Kevin said, I was like, what? I was like, you watch Kevin Samuels? Which I already like. He reminded me of Kevin Samuels. So when he told me he was watching, I wasn't surprised. But when I was just, it took me for a loop, and I was like, "You watching Kevin Samuels?" So I was like, "Okay." But the thing is, at the end of the day, he did start a conversation. It might have been not people then. Hey, Ken Levy, how you doing? He did start a conversation.
What's up?
Conversation with people that I don't think that he didn't know that it was gonna last. People start talking, men start talking and saying what they didn't like or what they wanted. So I would say, I'm not gonna say he was revolution, but he started a conversation that everybody can have. Either you disagree or you agree with him or you're not. But at the end of the day, he started a conversation people can have with each other.
Absolutely. I agree. So let's play. I want to play this one. Yeah, sometimes there's a high level of delusion that comes through, but I'll let you see it for yourself.
You married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Yes, I absolutely do. What? Yeah, I know for a fact. That's the men that I be with. So.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
No.
Yes. Those are the kind of men I attract, I be around. My resume kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah,
you do too. But
yeah, your roster
yes.
of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
No, but they got NBA rings. So.
Cause you're a side chick.
I'm not though. This dude proposed to me before, so.
Before or after the orgasm?
We never even did anything for real. I just, but that was it.
Now, was this, and all joking aside, was this when you were in college or was this?
No, it was well after college, sweetie. Last year, kind of like last year.
And did he play professional sports or like Canadian basketball?
He was a drug dealer, but then he went to the NBA.
And if you turned him down, why?
Because he got 12 kids and 16 baby mamas, and I didn't want to marry that for real.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. So why in the hell would you deserve what you get? That's why we laugh at women like you.
I don't see what's
I ask you if you want to be married, do you want to have kids? And when I ask you is, do you think your husband's going to be in this group of men who tend to live this lifestyle? You say yes, and that's what you openly pick for.
Yeah.
Instead of going over and dating men over on the business side, because here's the problem. You can't handle a man over here because you got to be more than just cute.
Well, I bring way more to the table than that, so.
Well, then why are you putting yourself in a group of men who you say do these things?
Well, I mean, because in LA, that's just what it is. So,
excuse me?
What?
The dating scene is only NFL, NBA, music, and actors. That's the entire dating scene.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. If you want somebody successful, otherwise you're gonna get an actor or somebody who want to be a rapper. And I make money, so I can't play.
I swear to God, I didn't pay her. I swear to God, I didn't pay her.
At the end of the day, like I don't want to have to. I need somebody who's established. I make good money.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you graduate from?
ICDC.
What do you do for a living?
OnlyFans.
What does that mean?
I be online making.
Can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. You cannot.
Yeah. So let's see what the other panelist, aka the chat, is talking about. Laughing. Jesus, right. He was a drug dealer. She's trolling. Just as she's trolling. Candy Levy said, "This is embarrassing. Oh my." She has to be trolling. Oh, Diesel TV said 12 kids and 16 baby mamas don't add up. And I said, she's counting surrogate mothers too. Eds, what's up? What's up? Candy Levy, right. You really think she's trolling, Tristan? Yes, that heifer said OnlyFans.
She said OnlyFans. That was her time. And he said, "What is that?"
Yeah, that was for the record. That was an earlier one, you know. But let's talk. I know you're laughing, but I want you to articulate what what you thought about what she was doing.
I mean, was she trolling him? I mean, it sounded like she was, but I mean, it is more men than just the NBA player, baseball player, football player. This is plumbers, his teachers, it's other men. You just gotta give them a chance.
Okay, so I want to push back. I want to push back on Tristan, Candidly V, and the other Candidly V. Right? Oh, she says she's Team Chaos in that clip, right? So I'm gonna push back on Andrea, Tristan, and Candidly V, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You guys are what we would call more level-headed, balanced thinking people.
Okay.
This world is not full of level-headed, balanced, and thinking people. There's many, but there's also other people. And a lot of times when you happen to be beautiful, when you happen to be almost 6 foot tall, buxom, hourglass shape, pretty face, and you have a nice set of goods on you, a lot of times people will allow you to say what you want to say and won't push back on you because of your beauty, right? So peace to Gail at night. What's going on?
Hey, Gail.
Right? Hey. So remember, we live in a world. Peace, TCHBCU Queen TV.
Okay,
we live in we live in a world where a certain type of women exist now. So I'm going to show you this to tell you why I don't believe that young lady's a troll.
I don't do boyfriends. I don't do the boyfriend.
So what you do?
One night stands. I just said that. I don't like commitment. I don't do no motherfucking relationship.
You don't do relationship?
Nah, that shit dead for the motherfucking bird. I'm not the marrying type. I don't do marriage. One night stand.
I'm more of a, solo type of bitch.
Oh, city boy! It's an evil world we live in. Sensational.
I'm keeping that clip around. It's so useful because it reminds me, So understanding that, when I see that, me understanding that that's something that's prevalent makes me believe, makes what that young lady that we saw before saying that she believes it.
Okay, but look at them young girls. I'm at a different level. I'm 47. They how old? Like they in their 20s, barely 19, got Similac still on their breath. Please. That what yeah, they gonna say that dumb shit like that. They don't know. They ain't never had a real man who can look. Of course, they're gonna feel that way. And at the same time, if you was taught at home that marriage was important, family legacy is important, then you're gonna be thinking about that. But if you 20, act like you got the time of your life, you got your whole life to live. Of course, you're gonna have that mentality. Holler at me when you come back and say when them girls in their 30s and had some kids, then come talk to me.
Hey, you dropping mics tonight. I see you.
I be telling my kids that y'all got Similac on your breath. Okay, please.
You still talking that Similac still? They still have Similac. I thought they switched to Pro Sorbi.
Okay, so I'm just saying, yeah, y'all they would have that mentality, but see, I didn't have Instagram when I was growing up, and Facebook and TikTok and all this other kind of stuff, and you got so many women on there with the OnlyFans and showing everything, but leaving nothing to the imagination. Of course, it's called opportunity. You got so much. We didn't have that growing up. These kids is, and that's why they got some of these mentalities. Look at it. I don't believe in marriage. I believe in one night stand. Huh? What?
Imagine it. And here's the beauty of it. Saying it, yeah.
With no hesitation. It just flows out the mouth.
Straight up saying it. Can you imagine?
I still believe in marriage. Even though I'm divorced, I still believe in it.
That's good. Okay, I don't want to get too far off the beaten path. We're gonna talk about that. So let's see what the folks are saying.
Okay.
Tristan said, "Oh my God, those kind of beings really exist in this world." Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The dating streets ain't it right now. I think there's a lot of women that feel that way. Yep. I remember when the ladies would ask, "What are we?" before giving it up. These days, they just giving it out. Yes, yo. Back in the days, dudes used to have to lie.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have to lie in order to get the cuddy. Emphasis on the word they, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to have to lie in order to get the cuddy. Now, they don't have to. They can tell, yeah, I just want to smash. And if they tell her that they're dealing with somebody else as well, the dude will want to smash more. Yeah. Dawn said age plays a factor as well.
Yes.
Quantum said not everyone wants a relationship or to be married. Candidly V said never say never.
Mm-hmm.
Candidly V said they still lie.
They still lie. They still lie. Okay. They still lie. But I think, me personally, just say you're an asshole. Let give me the opportunity. I think the problem is just say, look, Dre, I'm an asshole. And see, and I'd rather you say that to me than you lie and then you say I'm not. I'm a good guy. I'm a good man. I'm this. I'm that. No, you lying. Just say you're an asshole. I can deal with that. Then you give me the choice. You take our choices away.
Your thing is, there's some women that like assholes, right?
Yes. Yes.
But the thing, I don't know.
You can't be honest. You can't be honest and say I'm an asshole.
No, it's not that. It's you can be honest. If I was an asshole, I would say I can be an asshole. You know what I mean? But in terms of what you're talking about when you say asshole, you know, not being dirty, down low, and all of that.
No.
But I'm saying that somebody who's an asshole, say they're just a jerk. You know, sarcastic, jackass, rude, you know, belligerent, inappropriate, and most of the time, they shouldn't have to say it. It's something that you should pick up. It's something that you should pick up. There's rude people that don't realize they're rude. They just think they're direct. You know?
Okay.
So sometimes if you go and you list out what you think is a negative thing about yourself to another person, that's not an optimum dating tactic. What you're expecting is somebody to give them a list of, yeah, so here's my hangups. Here's I'm deathly afraid of aluminum foil. You know, I shit once every 2 weeks, you know. I like there's things that people consider weaknesses. You don't lead. You put your best foot forward, not your Achilles heel, you know.
Then you mean they're representative and then they're not being their true self. How about that?
That's not what I'm saying. They are being their true selves. Him being his true self is him being the asshole that he is. But you're wanting them to tell you. You're wanting somebody to tell you, well, hey, on a day like, yeah, I just want to. So yeah, I'm really rude. You know what I'm saying? I could be sarcastic if I see you cry, you know, because I'm not into sensitivity. You know, I might laugh. I mean, ain't nobody. You have to check your expectations. You're wanting somebody to give you a list of their problems. There's
to be a little.
Do y'all do it?
To be a little honest. To be a little honest. What you say?
To y'all, it's not about being honest. You're wanting a man to give you a list of what his personality issues are. What if he lives in it but doesn't know it? You're wanting somebody to go and tell you problems. There's certain people that need a therapist to tell them problems, but you wanting somebody to give you a resume of their problems.
No, that's
but the funny thing is, you don't do it.
But how you know what I'll do?
Okay, let me go back to the episode. I'm about to pull it up. Hold on. No, I'm joking.
I just said, how you know what I'll do? I put it out there on the line. This is who I am. Can you deal with it? Because if you can't, okay, then I'm gonna waste your time and waste my time. And then when I find out that you the asshole and you don't waste my time a couple months, I'm really irritated. And you just could have told me up front.
So what if you scream at him, like, and because you don't tell guys I'm gonna scream at you. No, that's an easy question. Right. You see that face she makes, she's like, she's computing.
No,
do you tell your guys on dates that more than likely I'm gonna scream at you a few times and I'm gonna be real short? And if you call me in the morning, I'm more than likely to cuss you out.
But I be honest. Don't call me in the morning. Call me about noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not a morning person, so I'm trying to save you from the first date. Yeah, I'm trying to save you. Don't call me in the morning because I'm not a nice person in the morning. I need to pray. I need to get my kids up. I need to realize what I'm doing today. What time I'm going to work. Go to the gym. Just don't call me into the afternoon. My office open about noon. How about that? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna catch you around next week, but I got a few clips of this week. Don't worry, this is the funny ones. So let's keep this party going, yo.
Listen, man, I'm making light of it because it is crazy. You're almost 40 years old with 2 kids talking about celibate. You need to be trying to get that shit away to secure a man.
No. How many children do you have?
3, and 3 baby daddies, and they all gangbang.
So what do you want as an outcome?
I want somebody that's loyal. It's really hard to find loyalty nowadays. You really can't find it at the next corner or none of that. Like these men now.
Hold on. Loyal to what end? Like a husband? What are you talking about?
I want a husband. I want to get married.
What do you do for a living?
I get EDD.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I mean...
I don't know what that is.
Unemployment.
An unemployed mother of 3 with 3 baby daddies, and you talking about you can't find a man?
Yes. It's I'm pretty sure God, I want somebody that's going to help me. Like, you don't think that I could get that?
It's called Jesus.
You don't think that I can get somebody to help me? You don't think a man is going to let me?
It's called Jesus.
So I had clipped off when I was separating the clips. That girl who was in the beginning where he said, get that shit away. She said that he asked her about who she was with, and she said that she's celibate.
Yes.
And he said, why? She was like, because I'm stingy with the puss. That was her response. And so that was what you heard in the beginning of that clip. What you thought about this one, man? What do you think about this girl there?
When she said she had 3 baby daddies and she EDD. Well.
And she said, you heard what she said? You know, it was the with the most emphasis. Look,
Game bang.
I need help.
Yes.
And
he said, Jesus. That's a lot for somebody to 3 kids, unemployed right now. That's a lot, I mean, don't you think if you had a job, you'd be more attractive to somebody who wants to help you? Like what he said about the first clip, the guy, he like an ambition to me a little bit,
Right.
Three
So,
gang baby daddies. All three of them is gang members. All three of them.
Proximity.
Is
it proximity or is it choice?
All three of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So just in all fairness to her, because you did mention that, doesn't she think that if she had a job, she might be in a better position?
Yes.
So we can say since she's on unemployment, she did have a job and she lost her job, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how long ago. It could have been a month ago. It could have been over the course of the last 3-4 weeks. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do agree that if she had a job, she'd be in a better position.
Yes.
But I want to talk about the need. The need. Did she seem like somebody that really, really needed a man? Or did she seem, there's a woman that really, really wants a man.
Okay.
And is being intentional and is being level-headed about who she is, what she can bring to the table, I don't even like to say the table thing anymore, but what they can bring to the relationship, what he and she could bring to the relationship, the level-headed thinking process.
Yes.
She screamed desperation.
Yes.
She screamed of desperation to me.
Hold on 1 minute, Chef, please.
Take your time. Talk to y'all. She kind of seemed like the person that might have set a brother up. Got to watch out for those. There's a lot of people out there. Dawn said, he said, Jesus, we good? Cool. So, yeah, what I was talking about right before you dropped off was getting set up by these girls. You know, she comes across, especially with 3 gangbangers. You know,
I mean,
high probability of getting set up over there.
I mean, that's a lot for somebody. You have 3 baby daddies, and they all 3 are game bangers. So somebody would ask you, you didn't learn your lesson by number 2, and you had a 3rd one. How you expect a man to come in that relationship with you? Because you got 3 baby daddies, so-called criminals. I'm just saying.
3. And you remember how old she is?
Did she say she was in
her early 30s?
Early 30s. Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot to.
That's a lot to take on too.
Man, she's a hell of a lot to take on. Let's keep it running.
Mm-hmm.
What's a woman's role on the planet?
My role on the planet is to nurture, to teach. I feel that every human being on
Nope. It's not your role. The female's role is to support the male.
That's don't you think that's a narrow path?
Name me any species on the planet where the female can survive without the group or the male individually.
Or name vice versa.
We don't need you to survive. We built the world. No, ma'am. See, you feminist, womanist have no idea you're living counter to nature. That's what the coronavirus showed you, that your education and your ability to get out here and you can't nurture shit without a man and a family. Your job is, the man's job is to build. The woman's job is to nest.
Correct. And to teach.
So when I said if you attracted a higher value man, you think you're going to make him wait until marriage? How do you think that's...
Sweetheart, I'm going to tell you like this. My cookies is worth the wait.
Well, first off, check that, sweet. No, your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made nobody wait. You got 2 kids without a marriage.
Your feelings.
He didn't lie when he said that.
So let's talk about the first one.
Well,
I know it. Look, I chose that. I chose that one on purpose.
Why you chose that with what purpose, Chef?
Yeah. And you better stay in your feminine energy. And I'm joking. Go ahead.
Okay. I do believe men is supposed to lead all that. We get all that, but at the same time and we supposed to be nurturing the children, all that. We can't build something, but at the same time we can support them to help them build. Okay, it's a foundation. The foundation has to be put down first, and then you can build on top of that.
So I'll say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but I think you cap right now, and I'm gonna tell you that.
I think somebody unplugged my computer. So hold on 1 minute.
Oh, you're trying to buy yourself some time. I ain't gonna forget what I said.
I got to buy myself time. Okay.
Chat. Remember, I said she was all cap when she comes back. In case I forget.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm not capping. I do think
What's this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was talking about not being able to successfully nurture a family without having a husband there. You know,
you can nurture a family without having a husband there. It doesn't mean we want to do that. We would love to have a 2-parent home at the end of the day. But some of the new thing in the United States is called the nuclear family. That's the word y'all use now. Okay, that's the nuclear family we call co-parenting. Okay, that's what we're doing now. Okay, we want that. But we everybody wants a 2-parent home. Every mama don't want to be a single mama.
Piece of hell.
But is a reality. Let's be honest, and I ain't got no fairy tale. The Prince Charming is coming to save me, and blah blah blah. The nuclear family now is the mother, the father, and it's called co-parenting if they don't live in the same house.
Okay, I can rock with that. I can rock with that. So, do you think he was being too harsh? I remember you started off in the beef sector. So I don't know if that's a fair question to you, because y'all get rough over there.
No, it depends. What my word always say, who the messenger or the message, because it's who's giving the message and who's the messenger is. I think sometimes folks don't like who the messenger is instead of the message. So I just say you gotta, if the message is right and the message speaks to you, the shoe fit, wear it. If the messenger who's giving it is not the person that you want to hear from, you might not listen.
Okay. Because I know there's a couple of messengers out there that you don't care to listen to, even though you agreed on the message, right? Why are you sending me this, Chef?
I was like, why are you sending me this?
Funny. All right, thank you. Yes. Oh, you know what? We're going to take a quick pause for station identification. You know. Oh, wait. Sir Hale speaks. Hold on. I got to get this one. All right. Hold on. Let me do this right. Dun, dun, dun. Ladies and gentlemen.
That is
just taking a turn. Yo, I gotta get my sound effect. Look, man, I'm dumbing out over here. I still got this thing here that I still ain't even putting into use, man. So hell, trust me, you got me.
He got that there. He got
between him, El Guapo, with those effects. Oh hell yeah. But anyway, today's show is sponsored by my labor of love. Wait, damn, I should have did the solar screen. Yeah, Right. This episode is sponsored by My Labor of Love, Maison Chupino Shoe Line, handcrafted, manufactured in Italy by master shoemakers, and delivered, shipped straight to you. High quality, fine Italian footwear. And I'm supposed to do it smoother. Here we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, check them out. Extremely comfortable. Extremely comfortable. Good quality. Suede. Leather. High quality merchandise. Shipped directly to you. Several YouTube tastemakers.
Oh, you think you fancy now? You a shoe designer? You know, you design shoes, you design hats, and what's going on with you, chef? He just got all these babies in the fire. He's just making all these new babies. He's just got a new shoe line.
Don't put that on me. I ain't making no new babies, y'all. I ain't making no. She's lying. No puedo. No puedo.
I mean, as your projects, okay, as your projects.
I don't know. Some would say maybe it's just because I'm getting older and closer to meeting my maker, and I got to make sure that I get myself situated quickly. Who knows? But nonetheless, you know, situate a legacy for the kids as well. You know, one of them is named after me. One is Maison Chupino, means House of Chupino. The other one is called Zaire Guillaume, which is named after my son. Stay tuned for the Zurianese shoes, which are going to be for the ladies. That's going to be named after my daughter. You know, I have another pair that I had teased on one of the previous shows called the Rue Fouchard. Rue Fouchard is a street in Haiti where that's known in Port-au-Prince that my family lived on. If you lived in Rue Fouchard, long story. But anyway, there's always a meaning to stuff that we do.
I see that. I see that. It's a meaning to your madness.
Yeah, madness. So far, what happened? Kevin ain't trigger you at all?
No, Kevin has some of my same sentiments. I would have probably had them same conversations. Like I said, it ain't sometimes it ain't the message, it's the messenger. And when you can't hear the messenger, you can't hear the message. Who delivering the message? I think that could be some of the problems.
True indeed. True indeed.
We had a big old argument about our famous Jamal Bryant, and I was like, what nobody was hearing what he's saying. It was giving all why they don't like him, what he did. But I was like, but was he talking? Was he speaking the right facts? Was he speaking the right message?
He wasn't.
That's according to you.
You remember what he was talking about?
On that one, you was right. Okay, okay, you was right on that one.
Thank you. You see, you're just being combative to be combative. You know what I mean? But you ain't
Okay,
bring that
right
in.
on that
You
one.
ain't bring that
Right.
energy to. You ain't bring that energy to Kevin Samuels, though, right?
He was just right on that one. Okay, on that one. But he does have messages.
All right. So we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you a little more.
Okay.
Ooh. Quantum said KS wasn't the trigger. It was the BS females believed that was getting destroyed. Believed that was getting destroyed, and that isn't always easy to handle or process.
True.
Before we play the next clip,
okay,
I agree with that, and I'm going to tell you why I agree with that. Once people saw what took place, once Average at Best video became a phenomenon. Literally, it was a phenomenon. It it was a short clip, and then you had to literally go see the 23 minutes. But it was the reason it became, well, after it became a phenomenon, you started seeing a lot of sisters starting to pull up, starting to get made up, dress up, and then pull up to the show. And I don't believe that they sincerely wanted to go there in order to learn something or truly debate something. I believe they wanted to go up because they had a high degree of respect for the way that they looked. And they thought they were going to be able to go up there and show him, look at this, right? So it was like, look at this. Oh, please, I need you to rate me. Average at Best young lady went up there wanting to get rated, even though that was not part of the show. She was ready. She had her little poofy blouse. Y'all wear blouses, and she was wearing that poofy blouse with the see-through, and she felt that she was on point, and she thought that she was going to be able to crack the code. It didn't work like that. And I do believe a lot of the women, it's like that guy at the college campus that will have the table where they'll say, debate me about anything. You know, and they'll have $20 and something on top of the $20, debate me about anything. And that's what he ended up becoming in terms of when women would come through. They would try to see if they can take him out or be so beautiful that it would disarm him.
So are you saying they was up there just to distract him? They really wasn't listening. They really wasn't want to listen to his message. They really didn't want to hear what he had to say.
There was many women that went up there, not necessarily to not hear what he had to say, but they thought that they were better than the others. So what was crazy is, I'm not going to lie, there were extremely attractive women that went up there. At one point, there was really attractive women. It was almost like a contest. There was attractive 40-something, 50-something-year-old women that went up there that were beautiful. However, they thought that their level of beauty at that stage in their life was enough to get them what they wanted. And that's where there would be a disconnect, because he's stating, well, yes, you might look good for 55 or 53, but you have this many children, this many young children by this many men, and you're wanting a high value man, you know? And the thing is, go ahead.
I thought he didn't say high value. I thought he wasn't the person who said high value.
That's
So
not
is that
Go ahead.
is he
Ask
the
the
one?
question.
Is he the one who said high value, or did somebody else put that on him?
Okay, I see. I know when you make that face, that's a I got you, but you got your moment, right? That's like the next swivel, right? First of all, I parse my words specifically, and I always win in the playback. So I will tell you exactly what I said. I stated that Kevin Sam, and I always said he did not create the concept of high value man.
Okay.
He only refers that high value man. That whole concept was a construct that was put together for men by a dating coach. It was actually a white guy, right? And it
Okay.
was put together for men to understand the tiers of men that women look at. There's high value, there's select, there's different tiers within men in terms of the way women look at them, right?
Okay. Mhm.
Right. So he didn't create the high value man. He utilized the construct or the concept from him because it had all of the pieces that the women are looking for. They're looking for a man that earns a certain amount of money. All right. There's women that want a certain thing. There's women that don't want to work to pay significant bills. That's why one of the questions is, would you like to work to pay significant bills? Right. And majority of them would say no, but they would say I'm educated or I have a PhD, right? That's why he makes that joke. He always plays it. That was actually a recording of one of his previous guests was like, well, I have a PhD, but what's the use of it if you are not wanting to use it? It's not going to help your husband. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, that makes sense.
Now, in terms of traditions, it made sense to have a very smart wife or even a strong wife. But the thing is, a lot of times the strength of the woman outside of what they do with the children, or even with the things they do with the children, that the man is not able to do or doesn't do, those are the things that make her stronger. God forbid, if I couldn't walk anymore, I know that the person that I'm dealing with is safe. The person that when I say is safe, they're safe, but I know that I'm safe, and I know that the person that I'm with is a strong woman. You follow? But the thing is, that strength is always a God forbid. It's not looking for that.
Okay.
When a man is looking for a woman with money, that means he has desires for that money. So when a woman is looking for a man with money, she desires a man that has those freedom of resources so that she can rely on it and lean on it.
True.
Right. But then how would you look at a man that wants to be with a woman that only wants a woman with money? What would you think? Without you computing, what's politically correct, what would you think?
You want my honest opinion about a man who want a woman who got money?
No, lie to us.
Okay, well, I was always taught a man is supposed to protect, provide. I would look at him a little different. Maybe I would probably even think he a little weak. How about that?
Okay. Or he might be a freeloader or a homosexual or stuff like that, right? Yes. So I want to welcome aboard. Tam said, nice to meet you. No, I'm not saying the woman needs to be weak. What I'm stating is that in terms of if you, Tam said, if you were a person that I met, I know that I would want to be able to do everything that I could do for the family. If you happen to have a PhD in psychology, right? But if I was taking care of everything and you were taking care, you wanted to have 4 or 5 children, I was taking care of the children. The thing is, I would not be relying on your PhD. But the fact that you have a PhD It's awesome if ever, God forbid, me, your wealthy husband, you know, lost it all, or your working class husband lost his legs in an accident and couldn't work. I'm just stating that when we're looking for what we're looking for, many of us are looking to give you everything that you want and to build with you. If you already have something, a lot of times we're not even thinking about it. There's a lot of honest, hardworking men that may make 40 grand a year, and they may deal with a woman that's making 100 grand a year, but they may not want anything from her but love. They may not want anything from her but love. But it doesn't always, what's the best way to say? It doesn't always reverse. The situation doesn't always reverse. So the only reason I'm talking about it like that, Tam, is this. I'm not stating about a woman needs to be weak. I have a very strong woman. What I'm stating is that in order for her to exhibit some of the greatest strength that she can exhibit, there would have to be something wrong. Or I would have to be fucking up. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, or fucked up, past tense, right? So I'm just stating that it's one of those break glass in case of emergency things. But if everything happens in the fairy tale way, in the utopian sense, she wouldn't have to lift a finger or utilize any of those strengths. So in terms of what KS was saying, it was more so to the fact that the men are looking to build, and they're not trying to factor in what you have. They're trying to factor in what they have in order to build it for us. It's kind of unselfish if you think. It's my humble opinion. Quantum said, who does the woman rely on if her man relying on her money? Right. I agree. Sir Hale, a PhD student shouldn't be used to assert independence. It should be used as a tool to push the mission of the marriage further. Yes. Yes. And that was the thing. He saw the video, obviously. All right. Yes. It was used to assert independence. So now here's what we're going to do. I'll make sure I do this right now. We're going to open up. We got a little more to play, but I want to open it up, you folks. There we go. And I pinned it to the top as well. So now we're going to run to the next clip. So let's take a look. And you guys, you want to join the conversation? Jump in, come through.
But Nick Cannon was basically saying about the government just keeps track with your just keeps up with your money. Like love is about the union.
That's bullshit.
Like the marriage.
Hey man, Nick Cannon, shut the fuck up. This dude got like 18 women pregnant right now.
But if you think about it,
no, I need you to be quiet.
Okay.
Because you're listening to a guy who's a multimillionaire who wears a turban. And I'm saying this because you cannot talk about what a celebrity and a creative does. We're the only people who let the celebrities, athletes, and entertainers speak for us, where other groups of people let the business people and the academics and the politicians speak. How many women are pregnant with Nick Cannon's child right now?
A whole lot.
So you're going to listen to this man instead of your father. You're 26, no college degree, living at home with your parents.
Correct.
Your father and your mother's lifestyle wouldn't be good enough for you.
It would be good, but it's average. You just said middle class. Are you living a middle class lifestyle? And if you aren't, would you go back to it? That's a real question. Would you trade up your millions of dollars or whatever? Would you trade this Instagram to go back and work a job? Please answer that, Kevin. Would you?
The difference, excuse me, check that shit. The difference between me and you is I've earned everything I got. You just got a motherfucking opinion.
Kevin.
Every step, shut up. every step of the way, I have made myself valuable over my 52 fucking years. I've got 20 plus years of experience to pull from. $6 million worth of sales training, multiple different certifications. I am a competent professional. So stop trying to compare yourself to me. Stop.
I'm not trying to compare. I'm trying to
Stop.
obtain.
Stop.
I'm trying to,
No,
Kevin.
shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And the fact of the matter is, no, I'm telling you, because the fact of the matter, you called your father average as a high school graduate selling bundles. You look at that man who's sacrificing, that woman who sacrificed, and you just shit on everything that they said in front of thousands of people. Don't you think people know your family? Then, like you said, you got 10, 12,000, got $1 million over here. You don't think somebody gonna hear and say, "God damn, do you know what your daughter said about you?"
Can I say something?
Bye. Say bye. Listen, man.
Hey, and then there were 3.
Then what? What's up? What's up, Sister Andrea Lynch, Grandma Lovable, and to the King. How you doing, Chef? How you doing?
What's going on? Oh, peace to Ghost Floof and Brolic Sean. Salute, salute, family.
And peace to the chat. I would have to come up here when I agree with Kevin Samuels. That's right. I totally agree to you. Damn right. Shut your mouth. You haven't earned it. Shut your freaking mouth. See, this is the problem. These young ones, they want to have a title without the work. We're in this Generation X and the baby boomers and the ones before baby boomers. We put in the work and we got the title later. You see, they want the title now. They want it now. And they want to, like the girl, but like he said, they want to, unfortunately, sugar honey iced tea on an average lifestyle. Well, listen, many of us have come from humble lifestyles, humble beginnings. And, where you have a teacher and a postman, or you have a business owner and somebody that clean houses. You had somebody that was a lawyer and a doctor. Don't get it twisted. Just because people were lawyers and doctors, that doesn't mean that they were making $5 million, $10 million, $8,000 million. They had access to certain information sometimes that made it that made them move a little differently. However, they still had to. Guess what? They had to always make sure that they, number one, kept that lifestyle up, and they had to make sure that they kept those contracts and everything up. They had to make sure that their licenses and all of their, everything that they had to get from the state got kept up. Don't get it twisted. It's not something that's given to you. Sometimes you got to continue to take tests. You have to take tests in order to keep some of this stuff. So a lot of people be thinking, oh, it's easy. And then, no, it's not easy because it's so everybody would have it. It's not easy being a PhD. It's not easy. I have a master's degree. What I went through to get my master's, most people wouldn't even be able, most people wouldn't even be able to walk through those shoes on a serious tip. So I think it's so important that people understand that the work has to be done first. Then you can get those titles. These young people got to understand that that's the way that it goes. That's everything in decency and in order.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to send a special shout out to Diesel TV. Thank you for joining through. First time on the channel. First time, better not be the last. Welcome, my brother. Salute.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Beard Gang Unite.
Right.
I like that Pittsburgh Steelers. I like that Pittsburgh Steelers. Though.
You know it's still curtain, baby. Still curtain.
Either stay go down. I'm in Philly, but I rock Pittsburgh all the time. And I get it, but it ain't no thing but chicken wing because ain't nobody gonna check me. And because I'm from Brooklyn, ain't nobody gonna check me. If I wanted to rock San Francisco, I could do what I want to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We just hope y'all gonna have a good season, okay? We just hoping Mike Tomlin don't get fired this season.
We have good season. We make it to the playoffs, but you know what I'm saying? We do our thing.
Yes,
we all right.
But I'll say the Steelers keep their coach and keep consistency every year.
Every year.
Andrea, the sports commentary, Jane Kennedy, aka I mean, all right.
AKA Andrea A. Smith.
Oh Lord.
You know I love some Stephen A.
That's a 2.0. That's a 3.0, 5.0 level. Yes.
Right, right.
So Diesel, I heard these ladies talk their stuff before, man. You're new to the spot, family.
Right.
Talk to us. Drop some knowledge on us.
I followed Kevin Samuels for a while, man, and I love the message that he was giving out. You know, there were some harsh things that, you know what I'm saying, but you know how us brothers do. You know, that's how we talk on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to come on here because that video that you showed of those young girls talking about they don't do relationships and stuff like that. I think that's the main problem is there's no consequence on what they do before and then they start looking for these husbands when they get older and figure out they're wondering why, because they've never built on their life before they start even looking for a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're young, we don't usually think about, you know, a lot of people when I got in my career, they were thinking I was crazy because what I was saying was in my career, I can retire early. I'm going to retire at 48 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was looking at before I got into my career when I started my career. And you have a lot of ladies out there, they're not looking at the longevity of their life. They're just looking at it right then and there. And that's what they're living off of. And that's the biggest problem in the community is like, nobody's teaching them like, what's going to happen when you turn 35 and you ain't got that body no more? What's going to happen 35 and you got to tell a man that you got 5 baby daddies? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's teaching them that.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
And that's
I don't agree with that, Diesel, bro. Because we no. Let me just say this. I agree with what you're saying in terms of, you know, the retiring, the building, and things of that nature. I think you're definitely on point with that. That I'm with. But we are black. There are a plethora of black women out there that we have societies that we take young black women, and it doesn't matter, you know, like. We're not looking at the ones that are going to cotillions and all of that stuff. We want the ones that need resources and things of that nature. And we're there for them. And there are a plethora of black women that are doing their due diligence. We are doing our due diligence. And let me just say this, and there are a plethora of black men that are doing their due diligence also. We are fighting against another source, another entity, another realm, and it's a very spiritual realm. And we're gonna have to really do some fighting because it's gonna take us to really realize some of our own quagmires and our own stuff that reflects to them, and we're gonna have to get ourselves together. So some of the things that we think. These young women, if they don't want to be married, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so glad that they said it. I'm so glad that they told us that they were broken. I'm so glad that they were honest and they said, it's not for me. I'm so glad that they said that because you know what? Now I know that they're the ones that need help.
Right, and I get what you're saying,
as opposed to other people who say, "Oh, I want to get married," and they lying. They know that they broken all the pieces, looking like a whole jigsaw puzzle, and they want to get married because they want someone else to fix their crap.
But I think what you're talking about is the minority instead of the majority. You know what I'm saying? I know there are people out there just like you said, but majority of the ones that we see are the ones that are speaking just like those young ladies were speaking on that video. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying like every young black woman out there is out there on the streets, not thinking about her future and all that stuff. But majority of the black women out there are just like that. The young ones.
I think those are the ones that we're showing. I was just with some people just this weekend, 2 black young ladies that are graduated from college. They're getting ready to go to the University of Oxford. The other one going to the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. And they have a whole bunch of them. It's a whole bunch of them that are going. I mean, it's about maybe 20 to 30 of them. However, I don't see, and I'm not saying anything about you, Chef, because it's not Chef's duty to have to deal and it's not you, Diesel, it's not you, Andrea, but we gotta have people out here that are promoting and pushing those young women that are doing the doggone thing. Go to Spelman, go to these black colleges, go where black people are that are doing the doggone thing, and you will see and you will find that there are some young black women and young black brothers who are doing the doggone thing that just kind of need that help. Sometimes the financial, sometimes the layout as to how to get their businesses together, and also in the mindset. They need you all, especially for the mindset. I don't see it. I see the other ones. I see it, but I don't see that it's the majority.
But did you just see that video that Chef said with them young girls? Them girls ain't even 20 yet. Got Similac still on their breath. Not even 20 yet. So I don't want to be married. I want one night stand.
So what are they talking about being married for, though, Andrea? They don't need to be. Number one, that was my whole thing. They don't even need to be talking about being married. They need to be talking about go somewhere and read a book. Because some of them, their English and grammar was out of order. But the other thing is they're not ready. So why would we want to push them?
But they on the Instagram, they on there having a couple kids and not even having they got baby daddies.
And they're very loud with it. Let me just jump in here real quick. One thing I will say, I understand where you're coming from, TC, in terms of the action steps that may be needed to correct the issue. But you said to promote the kids that are doing the right thing. Yeah, promote them, not just give them encouragement, but we have to hoist them up and pedestalize them as well, because what's happening is those girls that you saw, the city girl movement is very loud, and it's supported. It's supported by the music industry.
Yes.
It's supported by record sales, music videos. It's a whole culture and lifestyle. And even if you go on some of the campuses, you have girls. My son, he went to Brandeis, right? And he was a square. Look, he went up there, and he was one of the only brothers on that campus. And he was like Wagyu, exotic and rare meat for them. There's hot girls. That hot girl movement extends everywhere. There may be women that are well-to-do. There may be women that are even in college and university doing big things. But the hot girl thing is not necessarily educationally based. It's more of a movement. It's almost like a bastardized version of one of the waves of feminism where, the sexual liberation movement, right? But it's changed from we have our rights to do such and such to now we can do anything because we have rights and we're empowered to do it. So it's definitely a movement that will take more than just rewarding the people that are doing the right thing, because there's more of them. There's more people that are doing the right thing. But the thing is, it's the lesser group that's the loudest right now.
Right.
And that's what I think a lot of the issue is.
Well, see, and I wasn't speaking about those girls just mainly thinking about marriage. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was nobody's telling them the repercussions they're going to have for the actions that they're doing now is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you got these girls, even in college, that want to go out, be with a whole bunch of dudes in college. They go out and they're still getting their education. But in the long run, if that video comes out of them getting a train ran on them, that's going to ruin their career. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're right. You're totally right. Those girls right now, they might not need to be thinking about marriage, but they ain't even thinking about their life in 10 years at all, period.
Right.
Nothing. That's true. What I'm saying.
That's true. That's so true.
They act like they're invisible. They don't think it's a retirement. They don't think it's longevity. The race is not one who it's the marathon. They don't think life is a marathon. It's not it's a marathon. It's not they think it's
not
only
a sprint.
Yeah, they don't think it's a marathon. In life, in life, you're gonna have ups and downs. In life, you're gonna have you was broke, you had money. It's all of that. And these young kids to this day just wanted everything now.
Right.
I want to. Put up.
I want I wanted to respond to Brolic Sean, because as a person that helps get young people into college, and I do a lot of things. I do a lot of speeches and stuff at the colleges, universities, but I also do them at the high schools, churches, wherever people want me to talk. And I always get this, there's one male to every 10 females. There's 1 to 12 and everything like that. Well, see, let's break the numbers down. Let's number crunch. Let's keep it real and 100. Out of the 10 women, 5 of them don't want men. Let's take away 5, okay? Because that's real. And there's a lot of women that don't want a man. Let's just keep it real and 100. Now, then there's 5 left. So out of those 5, out of just for GP, you have a man. You have a man that says, he likes a woman. He likes it. It's a chemistry. It's a synergy that he likes a certain kind of woman a certain way. So he likes them. He might not like the booty. He might like the boobs. He might like a boob woman. He might like a tall woman. He might like a geek woman. He might like a whatever. So let's just take 3, because that out of those 5 that are left, there's 3 that just out of just chemistry not gonna get along. It's just not gonna happen. Now we got 2. We got 2 left. Now that's gonna be very interesting. That's a very interesting 2, because those 2 could be anything at this point, especially when you're in college. And it could be that they're very opposite. One girl is a little faster than another. Another girl is just a little more paced. One has resources, city girl. One is a country girl. And so there's some things that have to happen and decisions that need to be made. But I wanted to get that real clear, because we understand, and we've already crunched the numbers, that 1 out of 10 crap doesn't do anything. And we have to be, I think that what happens is people have delusions of grandeur, and they think that there's all this competition, but there's so many people that kind of they just weed and seed themselves out of the running for a variety of reasons. At the end of the day, when we graduated from school, look to the left, look to the right, as they say. Most of us won't even be there. So what is your end goal? What, as a young man, who and what do you want? What are your goals, aspirations? What is your mission? What is your loyalty to your family? Who are you going to be bringing home or trying to build with? What are the characteristics of the lady that you're going to be trying to build with? That's what we need to be asking, and we need to make sure that the young man has goals as well. And the people that I've been around, the brothers, the fathers, and even those that don't, those that have a support system, make sure that these young men have some kind of guidance. We got to have that. So I just wanted to say that about. I like Brolic. I appreciate what he said, but those numbers don't reign anymore. That we've gotten past that in 2022. That used to be the selling point for recruiters to get young Black men into school. That doesn't work anymore. It really doesn't.
I feel
wait till we go, Chef and Andrea. Wait till we go down the G-hole. You'll see how it. You'll see
y'all coming to my area.
The brothers are there.
Area, G-ho.
Let me tell you something.
My area, G-ho.
Oh okay. Yeah. Oh, where you at? You in Charlotte? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte.
Look at them. See, the brothers are there.
I get to go home. I'm coming home.
See, the single brothers are there at these colleges and universities. Good single Black men. It's amazing. Totally amazing.
So have you got any old school events going on up there?
Up where?
I could get at G-Ho. Let me know. I could get you a couple folks. At least for the alumni events.
You guys have an itinerary.
Cool. So, Brolic Sean said, "It's too many busters out here, so the honeys ain't trying to choose none of them. Shit, it's a buster or 2 or 3 that'll still wife her up."
Right.
True.
That's the main thing. There's
That's
women
true.
that figure, you know what? I could settle later. Let me just do whatever I can do and do whatever I want to do, and I just settle for these dudes that still like me because, you know, I might still look hot for my age. What do you think about that? Anybody?
So I think that's one of the problems when it comes to some of these females out here, because dudes just be telling them whatever, and then, you know, if they average at best, you know what I'm saying, but they're willing to give that cat, you know, they're going to think they're more than average because you got a lot of dudes out here lying to them.
True. I agree with
You know,
that.
I think that is a huge problem, especially when you go out to the club and it's getting late and you done had some few drinks. You know, I've heard dudes say some things just to get somebody to go home with them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think that is a huge problem.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Ghost
And
Flu
it ain't me
said,
because I don't go out to the
oh,
club.
sorry. Right.
Yeah.
I don't do the clubs, so it ain't me.
Ghost Blue said, young women today are taught that, yes, marriage does not have to be in your aspiration list for now, but also for 20 years from now. Just oof. Right. That's the thing. And then sometimes, you know, you may find yourself in a place of pressure. It doesn't mean that somebody that is of a higher age, higher weight, you know, a higher count in children that they take care of is totally lost in the game. That's not what they're stating. And that was never what he was stating. What he was stating was he was speaking to the women that were looking for a specific subset of men. Okay, they were going directly to a specific socioeconomic class that they themselves were never a part of. But that's one of the requirements. Literally, they're wanting a man of a socioeconomic class. So there's already a wealth gap of a certain socioeconomic class that they themselves were never even a part of.
Right.
So you literally want somebody to express you from the basement to the penthouse, but you're not aware of how to behave on the 14th floor, but you want to go straight up past there to the penthouse.
Yeah.
And right. And what he was stating was that with this specific class of men that you're looking for, there's certain things that come with that.
Absolutely.
There's certain things that come with that. You can be making 80 grand, but if this dude is making 800, 850, 850 grand, your 80 grand is going to be nothing but something that pushes him closer to $1 million to a higher tax bracket. So it might, in many cases, it's in their best interest where you don't work, you know? And it happens a lot of times. So nobody's saying that a woman has to be weak. It's not necessarily weak. You know, there's some men that they have a plan and they're so intentional and they're so laser focused that they may not want to debate with the person that they need peace from in order to build that plan. When you're in the military, you have a general, you have majors, captain. The thing is, what makes those missions flow is that when the marching orders trickle down, it's not, hey, I don't think you should do this, captain. Nah. All right, captain. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. And you do it. Now, no one's saying that the relationships have to work like military. Mine doesn't. That's not the case. The thing is, though, I always use that metaphor of the team. I always use that metaphor of the guy who's the free agent. Okay. He had all triple doubles the last 2 seasons. Every game was triple double, and now he's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. The beauty of it is, whatever team he goes to, many times it's because he's going to work well with his coach, who might have been his college coach, or they love his coaching system, right? They won't go, they might get offered a hell of a lot of money, the most money for this guy, for this team over here, but he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to be with that coach. Because he understands that when he marries himself to that organization, he's choosing, he may be a captain of the team, but he's choosing his leader.
Right.
He's choosing his leader. You know, and they talk about the submission stuff and all of that and leadership. Marriage is you choosing your leader, you entrusting that brain that this person has in their heart are going to work together in synchronicity and help you trust their judgment.
But that's the case. That's a create.
You have to trust, and that's what we talked when I did that show called Submission. That's the thing. You have to, but here's the thing: you have to trust. But that's one piece, right?
Yes.
Let's call that one. So let me go -1 before it. You have to be able to trust. You have to be able to acquiesce. That is something that you must have within you. It's not something you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do that later. It's something you have to have trust within you.
Yes.
Right. So that's one of the main problems I've had when it comes to my dating. Tell you a little bit about myself. I am a chief of a small police department. So I've gotten myself to a place to where I can take care of my house and all the bills, plus some other bills, somebody else's bills without any help, right? So when it comes down to it and I start dating and start finding these females with their careers and things of that sort, they're not willing to let that career go to take care of house. And that's all I'm looking for, is somebody to be able to take care of my house, the stuff that I don't have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like paying bills, making sure, you know, stuff's fixed, being there for the cable got to come through if cable have to be ran or something have to be fixed in the house. I don't want to have to take off of my job to deal with that. I want somebody to be able to do that. And that's the hardest thing right now, is trying to find females that's willing to put that trust in you to say, okay, you're taking care of this. I can put this to the side to take care of our legacy. You feel what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest problems, is you don't have that.
Again,
We just gonna be fighting tonight. Come on with it.
I don't want to fight with you, my brother.
I like his fight. I like your fight, though.
I agree with him a little bit. I do agree with him a little bit.
There's black women that are out there, though, Andrea, that will take his money and will double, triple it, and make sure that the lineage, the scholarship, the foundation, the trusts, and the bills and everything are in place. And you can probably put money to the side, flip, and get a couple of corporate homes and houses.
Sis, I think you missed something, sis. I think you missed something right here. I think you missed something. Let me help you out.
Okay.
He said, I got everything else. I just need somebody who's going to take care of my house, because I got the money. I got the bills.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There are women that are out there, though.
He only asked for one thing. I'm thinking, damn, he only asked for one thing.
No, but that's a lot. No, wait, hold on, player.
It is a lot. Trust
it's
me,
a lot, player. Yo, wait.
He said he was having no kids.
But saying I already got 3 girls.
Yeah, so he didn't say no kids. Like he's an older gentleman.
But he has 3 girls already.
Yeah, so he got kids already. So he didn't say no kids.
So he's already wrapped and gifted and everything else with them girls. Those girls already got his daddy. Are you kidding? What? That's a whole right there. They got daddy wrapped around their finger. Daddy.
They almost hold on. My girls are almost out the house for one.
See,
this is
what's that mean?
This is what I'm saying.
It gets better. It gets better.
But this is what I'm saying, though. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't work. If you want to make money, you can make money.
Yes.
But I need your priority to be the household. I don't need to be having to take off work so that the plumber can come through. I don't need to have to take off work so, you know what I'm saying, we can get something fixed at the house. That's what I'm saying. Like, the household, I want to be the priority to the female as far as taking care of what needs to be done at the house. If we have a car that needs to go to the shop or something like that, I don't want to have to take time to do that. I need you to do that, and it'd be paid for.
Oh, no. See, that's the man's job. No, negative.
Taking a car to the shop?
No, I'm not going to the shop. No, no, sir, no. That's your job. No. Don't think. No.
Even if it's just to drop the car off at the shop.
Drop the car off.
No, it ain't just dropping the car off because you don't know what's wrong with it. So here y'all go speculating.
No.
Yes,
no.
If it's something that's your job. That's your job.
That's his scenario though. He's the king of his
scenario. And this is mine. I got my scenario. That's good. That's great.
I'm not saying you gotta negotiate or nothing like that. I'm just saying just drop the car off, have him call me, let me know what's going on.
Hey, watch this, TC. Hey, baby, what you call it? The truck. I need them to. They're gonna rotate my tires, baby. Can you drop them off at Pep Boys for me?
No, I'm not going to Pep Boys. I don't like it. It's dingy. They're grimy.
I just need you to park the car in the
I went into Pep Boys to get something for my cell phone just so that I could be and whatnot. And it was a whole kerfuffle just with that. So I can imagine what and it's nasty, it's grimy. It is not a place for a goddess, and it is not what negative. Absolutely not.
Okay, well, I have done that. I have dropped the car off. I have dropped the car off.
Pep Boys, you better go to the Maybach and go to the Mercedes or the Maybach store. Now we can. I'll go and I'll take it there to the Ferrari. Yes, sir. I'll be right there to the Ferrari store. Yes, I will. To the dealership. Yes, I am.
What about Ford and
not
Nissan?
Pep Boys.
Okay, a Chevrolet is good.
Listen, I'm down with Ford. Yo, Diesel, Andrea, Chef, I am a Ford hoarder, so don't get it twisted. Because in Philadelphia, the way our streets are, I am not gonna get any of those other cars. Never. Even though Porsche Cayenne is my boo-boo, I drive a Ford. Okay, because it's terrible here.
I don't have a problem. If my boo said, "Baby, can you drop the truck off?" I don't have a problem doing that. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Because at the end of the day, I still ride in here with the kids. So he's making sure that me and the kids riding good. So I don't have a problem, baby. Okay.
All I'm saying, all I'm putting out there is like my job requires a lot of time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And that time I should not have to worry about things that if all you have to do is just be there. You don't have to say nothing. You just need to be there, watch over it, make sure it gets done. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I should get an attitude with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Now let me just say this.
Patrice and Mr. Best. Go ahead, TT, you go.
I was just gonna say, I have to do this one last thing because I have to be contrary. It's my Capricorn spirit, so it is what it is. So Diesel TV.
Yes.
I've worked in a Ford dealership before, so, okay. And I will say this, that when the Caucasians and the Asians come in, the men come in. Now these are very corporate. These are corporate men. Mm-hmm. They, I mean, all that stuff. But the men come in.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all I'm saying is.
I mean, he just said that he's a police officer, so he doesn't. His job requires a lot of time.
He's the police.
That's true.
No. He's the police chief. You got to get him.
Police chief. My bad. Police chief. He said he's a police chief, so his job requires him to spend a lot of time there.
There you go.
As his woman, his helpmate, because I'm supposed to be his helpmate. Isn't that right? Right.
That's
helpmate.
right.
The helpmate is I'm gonna take that car to the shop where it goes. Me, these kids ride good. How about that?
You. Okay, so Andrea, thank you. I didn't. You know what? Andrea convinced me. Diesel, yeah, I'm going to Pep Boys. Okay, I'm going. I see. No, you said chief. Okay,
I'll jump down Diesel for you. I will jump down.
The only thing I'm saying is like, okay, so like my situation now, I take the car, but I drop it off, and all communication is done to me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not like I'm having you go in there trying to figure out what's going on. Just drop the car off. That's it. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. Yeah. Just drop the car off.
Cause see, I like to see, a brother come up in there and their nice outfit in there, in their captain's uniform, and then the wife come. Cause see, once you don't already stun it, they already know. Ooh, don't mess with this car. Ooh, because when the wife comes, you better treat her right. Because that's the chief right there.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
they already know me at
already,
the dealership,
you
so
already, but a lot of people don't know everybody, and some of these young people don't even pay attention to all of that. But when you walk in there, boom, with the I get you. Trust me when I tell you, I love it, and I'm trust me when I tell you I'm with the chief of police thing. You don't know I am so there. Chief of police, yay! I love the chiefs of police. Yes, I'm with it.
I get what you're saying, Diesel. You want to help me. I get it. I understand.
Right.
I got you.
It's a helpmate, and at the end of the day, I have seen my own mother drop my daddy's car off because my daddy was too busy to do. But the person they called him and he talked to them,
Right.
so I understand what that means.
Yeah,
I see it in my own house, so it's called helpmate.
So let's do this. What I want to do is, since we got 4 people on here, we're gonna run this together. All right, and I'm gonna get a little clip action going. So let's get this started.
Here goes Chef. All right.
If you ranked yourself, honestly, if you ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate? Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm in reality.
You're not in reality. If you're gonna be a 10, we can end this because that's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So what are you basing?
You're not okay, man. Check the attitude. Check the attitude. Let me just go ahead and say this. This bullshit that's running around with black women, they call yourself a 10, never say you don't. That is some of the most destructive psychobabble that's going on. On a scale from 1 to 10, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
We saw that clip. That was Mr. Lil Johnson. But look, so man, he said pick up. That was bold. He said you got to pick a problem, bro. You got to pick a problem. You can't have all of it. The thing is, people felt that he was wrong for speaking to him like that. The thing is, that's the way men speak to each other. That's the way men of authority speak to other men of authority. A lot of times women want men to communicate like women. But the thing is, our most effective ways of communicating with each other is being direct. And establishing boundaries and speaking to what we want, don't want, like, and dislike with total clarity, totally unambiguous, right? But then the thing is, we may say, the soup is a little salty. So you're saying I can't cook? No, baby. Your Ritz might have hit a little too much salt, eh? You know, it emotes to feelings, and there's an emotional filter that a lot of times our words pass through. You know, but that's just a little side piece. Let me play this here. Here we go.
Children can come out of whatever I do. I can be 70 years old, and as long as I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't.
The reason why I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance examiner.
Get the fuck off my phone, bitch. I don't get the phone. Go take blood, boy. You in a job where people quiet in the background.
Have you watched one of my videos, a 3-hour video from front to back?
That girl situation when he was ranking. That
Okay,
girl.
you're not paying attention.
When he was what? Talk to him.
Have you watched one of my video? Have you watched a full video of mine from front to back? One of my live streams.
I just saw one video. Was it the whole? I think it was a whole video of some girl when you were. He was ranking her. He asked her what her asked her what she ranked herself.
I have a full 3-hour show that I do, and you watched a 7-minute clip. I challenge you and your friend to go back to my channel and watch the full 30-minute. Oh, now see, I'm not going to do this. See, and this is the problem. But you haven't even.
So she didn't even, she obviously doesn't watch the show, but she happens to be the hot friend of the person who does watch the show. So she went and she was like, oh yeah, okay, let me bring my friend Jenny. Jenny be slaying. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring Jenny over here. He ain't gonna be talking that to her. This woman doesn't even know what his content is about. She heard about other people's feelings. And remember, our beautiful flowers exist within the universe and our ecosystem for a reason. One of them is the feeling, their ability to navigate the emotional quagmire of life. So she basically listened to the feelings of her people and came in here not even knowing what she was going to be facing. Kind of like Andrea.
No, okay. She ain't like me. Okay. I do some research and understand some stuff. Okay. She didn't know half the things that he said. How you gonna come on his show and don't know? And your friend, she didn't prep you good enough. See, my friend would have prepped me really well before I went over there and started with SK. Okay. Just saying, my friends prep. We know how to prep each other. She don't. That was a bad friend, bad her.
So watch this. So watch. I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong.
Okay, go ahead.
Because guess what? So far, in terms of what you've seen, you've seen a few clips now.
Okay.
You haven't gotten angry yet, and I even picked one specifically to trigger you, and it didn't trigger you. So, in essence, you saying that they would prep you. They would prep you in there. You'd be ready to go in there and fight. You probably would have razor blade hidden in the side of your cheek. You know what I mean? Pistol on your left hip. You know, another pistol on your garter belt. People wear garter belts still. Anyway, look, yo, you would be going in there ready for war, and then you would leave there. You would leave there wanting to give him a nice hug, one of them deep hugs. Okay. So they couldn't really prep you because they prepped you based on the way that they think, but you think differently.
Yes, I do.
You are unique, you know?
Yes, I am.
So let's keep this going.
You haven't even responded to what I said. You haven't even watched the full video of where the excerpt was coming from. But your friend has the nerve to make a judgment that women have no problem judging men on partial information.
Please stop
but when a man,
women, please.
And you women are acting just like so many women who get upset. You have little to no information. You're not willing to do the work.
To ask you certain questions, and what you're responding to, I'm responding back to it. So you're referring to past videos, but I'm referring to things that you're telling me now. But you don't even let other people talk. You're asking me how old I am. You're generalizing women.
No, we haven't had sex.
I'm gonna leave it right there. Oh, by the way, when I'm going to play it, if you see I mute your mics, it's so that it doesn't bring an echo to the replay stream. But yeah, she pulled up in there unprepared. She's talking about generalizations. It's funny sometimes when people speak about generalizations. People, because there's no way that we're going to meet all 8.3 billion people on the planet. At times, we're going to be susceptible to making generalizations. That's all we can do. But if we do what's called 3DM, data-driven decision-making, what happens is you'll build more of a logical framework for the way that you think. But if somebody consistently deals with a lot of a particular group, then at some point they're able to make generalizations. A psychiatrist can make generalizations based on people. Studies, those are naturally generalizations that are done based on, a study group and a control group. Generalizations, we live in generalizations. Niggas ain't shit. Generalization. Yeah, them girls is for the streets. Generalization. You know, men are more practical and logical. Generalization. Women more emotional. Generalization. But now the question becomes, how you chew the meat and spit out the bone is, which ones of those generalizations do you find succinct, or do you find valid? You know, what you guys think?
Which generalizations do I find? I didn't hear that last part. Do I find?
So what I was stating, because she had a problem with him making generalizations.
Right.
And what I was stating was that because we're not going to meet all the 8.3 billion people on the planet, we generalizations are really all we can do. The thing is, what we need to do is shore up the framework of our thinking and our logic pattern in order to be able to crunch that data correctly.
Okay.
You know, they talk about correlation does not denote causation. You know, that's a particular part of my framework. So if I see this thing happens within a particular group of people, it doesn't mean that it's because they're that color. It could be something else. So their color, which is the correlation that all of those people share, does not denote causation that they're all a certain way. It could be something that made them this way. So the generalization aspect, that was my question. How do you feel about her pushing back against his generalizations?
Was he asking questions that wasn't generalization? Was he asking questions that he's trying to help her? I mean, he was trying to get to the root of what kind of man she looking for. So, are you mad because you answered the wrong questions? Or you're not paying, and she's not even paying attention. So she don't maybe concentrate and listen to what he's saying. And he asked me, "Did you watch my video, or you only seen a clip of my video?" So, and then her friend, I still say her friend was bad pepping her. What a friend at? Because what a friend. She put a pretty friend on here. Where's her friend at who know about him?
Well, I think a big problem with the whole Kevin Samuels thing was that he was speaking to majority of the women, and then a woman would come on there and say, "Hey, that's not me," and act just like the woman that he was just talking about. So he showed that it was majority of the women. And I think that was the main problem that a lot of women had, was he was outing the generalization that he was making, and nobody could prove him wrong. You know, I know that, you know, people talking generalizations, you know, when they say, hey, you know, the black community is, the black community is, I know they're not talking about me. They're just talking about majority of what they actually see. It might not even be statistically what it is. It's just what they see, because a lot of people just look at what they see on TV, Instagram, the news and stuff like that. That doesn't speak to the whole black community. I know they're not talking about me, but they're just talking about what they see. And it is what it is. Yeah. You know, but a lot of people have a hard time with that. And then when they say, "Oh, that ain't me," and get out there and do the exact same thing that they see on TV, it's not going to stop what they're seeing.
Yeah.
There was a Diesel, I concur, and I'm going to say, I'm going to echo what you just said. See, don't do that. don't even do that, bro. See, there, you ain't right.
It sounds like what you saying.
Excuse me, say what? Excuse me, say what?
There's a book called Lies, Damn Lies, and Statistics. And you're absolutely on point. A lot of times I can create a statistic about anything, create the content, and if I'm trying to make an argument, I can make an argument that'll sway it any way in which if I'm good, you know, any way in which I want to prove my point, so that if I'm writing for grants or if I have a nonprofit organization, I use that statistic so that I can prove why you, Diesel, you, Chef, and Andrea should be my sponsors, should, financially donate to or help support me. So, folks have got to understand that what I see Kevin Samuels doing, Andrea also put something down. The young lady got gaslighted by her friend.
Yes.
She should have, we have to learn how to pay attention. I am not a multitasker. I do one thing and that done well. Now I can, talk on the phone and do some other things, but I make it a solemn, because I'm an only child, that I give the ultimate attention to that speaker. When I was my father and my mother and my elders growing up, I listened to what they said intently and I said nothing. I wasn't even thinking to respond. I listened. And then when they would say, do you have anything to say? Then I would say, I would raise my hand and say, oh, I have, I would like to know about X, Y, and Z. Or I would like to say that this is in what context. This is the content. Now, this is the context in which we're talking about. And then they'll be like, oh, that's a good point. Just like Diesel, you made a good point. Andrea, you made a good point about the context of the whole thing with the girl's friend.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping all that in consideration. We are so we get deflected. We get, we don't pay attention. I don't know where our attention span is. We don't have it anymore. And it's people always on the phone and always no, I listen to you intently. I am going to shake your hand, look you in your eyes, and listen to everything you say. You see, like I like that cigar that you're smoking. That's one of my favorite. I love that. We're gonna have to have a cigar and champagne and cognac sip.
Yes.
See, you see how attentive I was to you, and I'm and we don't watch and pay attention to each other. We're wanting to be right, and we're always wanting to just listen to respond so that we can be right and be winning of an argument. I'm not here to win the argument, because when I'm with my brothers and sisters, I feel like we're here to hash out a lot of differences and a lot of different things. And maybe hopefully I'm taking something from it, as well as maybe if there's anything I can impart to you all. I mean, and I'm talking about imparting something good. Just like you and Andrea got on me about, what you want, Diesel. I get it. I'm going to Pep Boys. You see, I get you. And that you and Andrea put it in context for me. Because see, I was all in the space. Y'all brought me back home. I listened, and now I trust me, I understand. And that's what we have to do. We have to get to the point where I want to learn something from this conversation that Chef brings to the table, that Andrea and Vic bring to the table every week, to learn from each other. Yeah. That's my whole thing. So, I mean, I hope her and her friend get it together. I think they were trying to fight Kevin so that they could be right. Instead of listening to some of the things that Kevin was really trying to say. How do you fight somebody when you don't even research them? The art of war. I mean, if you're gonna go out there like that, right? Then you got to know about your quote unquote your enemy, or you got to know about who you're up and what you're up against. They don't even know what they're up against. They just out there just talking and flapjacking. So there it is.
Let me say what's up to our brother from across the pond, Simon Hectic. Yo,
Simon.
I find Simon. I find your darker skinned brother, man. You ever Pearl? Just Pearly Things. You ever watch Pearl? Can you hear me?
She's fire too, man. I like.
You're muted.
You're gonna have to educate me on that one.
Yeah, but so basically she's feasting on the carcass of Jessica X. Put it like this: she's in the UK. She's an American girl in the UK, and she's literally doing outside interviews. She has some great indoor studio setups. She's dope, bro.
She dope, man.
Dope.
She's
dope.
Fire. I like her a lot.
Her co-host, he literally looks like a darker skinned version of you. That's why I was like, damn, that dude looks like Simon. For real. Same voice and everything.
Got that.
But welcome through, Simon. William Graves. It says, why Samuel was pastor tired to tell some women in church, why missing points, women were not listening. I don't know, William Graves, if you're referring to where he was wearing, the little cap on his head. That was actually from a TV show That was not an action. That was from the TV show Atlanta, where he was playing the pastor. So that was not actually a real clip of Kevin Samuels. It was a piece from a movie, from a TV show. But yo, Simon, you popped in at the right time, because right now we're doing a little reaction. So let me get this going again. Hold on one second, so you can participate in it too. Boom, boom.
You're asking me how old I am. You're generalizing women.
No, we haven't had sex.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because I'm stingy. I'm stingy with the puss.
Excuse me?
I'm stingy with it. I do not give it up easily.
Were you married to your daughter's your baby mama, though, right?
I've never been married, no, but I just
Okay,
don't.
so
I know.
hold on. Let's talk about this though. See, I find it funny that women like yourself, baby mamas, all of a sudden want to get stingy with the puss after you done gave your womb up before a ring. But then you want the high value men to put a ring on it before he gets it?
Who am I supposed to give it away?
You goddamn right you already did. Because here's the thing. See, that's what I mean. Man, you're a used vehicle wanting brand new 2021 prices. You can laugh all you want to, man, but you just said 6 months. You're not even exclusive. You're talking about he's marriage-minded. What do you think he's inserting his penis? In his hand?
No, that's the thing. He could be inserting it somewhere else.
Exactly, because here's the thing. Men with options don't play these games.
Boom.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. You.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy,
I'll let you go first, bro.
Oh boy.
Peace, Lady Naboa. Peace.
No disrespect to the women. It's just, it is what it is.
None taken, because it ain't me.
It is what it is. Like, I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of all men. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Kevin Samuels is the God, right? So, no. Ain't happening like that. And fact of the matter is where do we want to be? I think what he was trying to put across is we need to get to a certain place. And I think his viewership demonstrated that in a very productive way that we could have never had, previously to anything that was being demonstrated to us before. I don't want to bore you too much, but the fact of the matter is take the word from the God and apply it to your life. And if you have any other questions, then you have questions for every other black brother that's out here that agreed with him.
All right.
No, was he wrong for saying that? No, he wasn't. But I feel like he might be a little harsh to say what he said to the woman who had the 2 kids. Okay, Diesel. Okay, what's your pushback? Do you think he would give me a pushback?
Oh yeah, y'all don't know Andrea's face police.
Diesel, don't do it. Diesel, she been playing with you all along, but she getting ready to get you now like a one of them Black Widow fighters. She getting ready to get you. Okay. Don't get it twisted. Andrea's a sweetheart.
I love Andrea. Okay.
So right, I'm gonna try to go with this. I just thought about this, and I'm gonna try to go with it. Hopefully, you guys can follow. So,
okay.
I don't know if any of you have kids, but just think about it. You have kids, right? And you're not with the father or the mother of your kids.
True.
and your kids listen to either one of them more than the other.
True.
And you're thinking about why are you listening to them more when I'm doing all this for you? It's kind of like the same thing when you meet a girl. Why I gotta do all this work just to get in them draws? When you know they've been giving up draws since however long they've been giving up. You know what I'm saying? Females might say they only had 3 partners, but we know that's times 10. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so yeah, yes.
No, that's not true. No, they may have had the same partner, but not no times 10, yo.
Times 10. Good gracious.
Bruh, you know what?
Just because y'all stop counting
What's in that cigar? What's in that cigar, bro? See, I was
just
considering
because
you
y'all
a
stop
class
counting don't
act.
mean we did. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
you done got blunt on me because you done got black and mild on me. And, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be the still curtain over here.
Oh,
Don't
man,
do
but
that, man.
Chef,
But here's the thing: why you talking to her? Why you talking to someone if you feel like she's that promiscuous? Then Then what's up? Then why are you going through all of this having conversation? Why are you going through these conversations and things of that nature when you what you begging? What are you begging?
No, but if a woman has 2 kids and you now you're on the I want to wait not 30, 60,
yeah,
90
she
days.
wants to wait the 90 days, right?
Wait 90 days. What's wrong with 90 days? You tell me what's wrong with waiting 90 days? What's wrong with waiting 90 days?
Because a woman knows from day 1, day 2 if she wants to have sex with somebody.
But that don't mean that you do it, yo.
I just want to wait 90 days.
Mean you do
you
it.
really feeling me and see you really feeling me. What's wrong with that?
Andrea, Andrea don't even wait 9 days.
You know what? Why you gonna put my girl on Front Street like that? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not true. And for the replay gang, that's not true. Don't even go there. And if I see anybody coming at Andrea, they getting ready to get boxed in their head.
Women look okay. Like, let's.
I'm saying
we're joking at the moment, but I'm just saying that women don't play like that. Like women don't.
What is wrong with waiting 90 days? I really want to know the answer to that. Nobody haven't told me the reason. What's wrong with a man
waiting 90 days? Wait till behind.
Because we don't wait 90 days.
Yes, you do.
No,
you have.
We don't.
You know you have bubble guts. You lie. You're dead going lie. Yes, you do.
Diesel, you ain't never waited for a woman. Come on,
no, I would never wait that long for no woman. No woman, never. I have never.
That's a lie. He ain't been got yet. That's all. He ain't been got yet. That's okay.
What can a woman do for me? What can a woman do for me outside of having sex?
You meet a woman. You meet a woman. She's your type. She's your quality. Everything you want.
Don't worry about it, Andrea.
I want to wait for 90 days.
You gonna wait?
No.
You gonna wait?
No,
yes, he is.
What can a woman do for me outside of sex that I need to wait for 90 days?
It's companionship, bro. It's companionship.
I can get that from another woman that's gonna get it up
you don't
quicker.
Get that from you don't get that from a woman that you just boinking. We're talking about love and being in love with somebody. And we're talking about somebody that you don't wife up.
All the time, being intentional.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Thank you.
No, he's talking about you. That's you.
About you, Diesel. You said
we're talking about you. And Chef, no, because he on mute.
Yeah, who you talking about?
They're not even do it. Don't even come this way.
You muted, Chef. You muted.
Some men don't do it. Don't do it because they all lying. Listen to the replay game. All of these dudes is already talking about they wouldn't wait. Yes, they will. Yes, they do. They have, and they will. Now, if you could get a woman just that quickly, whatever, then God bless America and that freedom reign. It probably has happened, and you can fall in love. I'm not saying you can't, but look.
What I was told is if a man really care about you, and he really feeling you, he gonna wait. If that's what you want, he gonna wait them 90 days.
If a man ever told you he waited 90 days, he was having sex with somebody else.
The brothers, some good brothers. Some good brothers. He over here trying to stunt. Ain't nobody stunting him.
I'm not trying to stunt. I'm just trying to tell you the truth.
You stunt ain't no because then.
You said if it ain't 90 days, a month. Or you say not a month?
It depends. I've never waited that long.
You know,
But it depends. I'm telling you.
Wait a month, really.
No, you okay? So you expect me to take you out all these times, spend time with you, and all that stuff, and I'm sexually
We ain't
attracted to you.
talking about taking out. You don't have to take out. Sometimes we working, Chief.
Spending time together.
Chief,
spending time with somebody.
Chief, we working. We working 24 hours. Stop playing. You ain't taking me out all the time. Stop playing.
So you mean to tell me? So we're supposed to spend.
I'm doing my thing too, bruh.
So we're spending time together, right?
And I'm traveling. I don't know about you. What you doing?
Oh boy,
I'm working.
Chief.
I'm working, but we're supposed to spend all this time together. We're supposed to spend all this time together.
You getting woke
I'm
up
gonna
in
be
the middle
around
of the
you.
night.
I'm sexually attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? I get arousal whenever I get around you, but nothing coming out of that.
Wonderful. You ain't disciplined. What's up with that, Chief?
What do you mean? Yes, I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined,
Chief.
I'm disciplined to make sure.
I know you are, Chief. Because you getting up in the middle of the night, writing up reports, doing public service announcements about somebody getting shot up 5 million times. Come on now, you know what the deal is. Stop playing.
I know what the deal is. That's why I'm trying to tell you the truth.
I know. I'm saying.
Okay,
then that's not the one for you.
If it's not 90 days, is it a month? Is it a month?
There is no time period. So this is what I say. There is no time period. If a female ever come to me and she's saying she waiting this much time, I'm not dealing with her.
How about a woman?
Because she got unreal expectations.
Why she gotta be a female, bro?
Yeah, unreal.
Because all I'm dealing with is females.
I'm saying a woman. If it's not, you're not dealing with females. You're dealing with a woman. No, you're not dealing with a female. That's different. Oopsie.
Okay, Diesel. If it's not if it's not if it's not a month.
Yo. This is why people be simping out here. Is it a couple weeks? This is a problematic situation.
It's like, not a female. It could be any. It's a person that is a female. I'm saying you're dealing with a woman. You're dealing with a mature woman. That's the difference. I'm only messing with you, Chief. Only on the semantics. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
That's my Pittsburgh man. I don't care what you say and nobody say around here. That's still my Pittsburgh man, and we still gonna smoke some of our I don't know what you got in that particular cigar, but we're gonna smoke some cigars, right? But I'm messing with him because I love him. He's the Chief.
And I'm gonna keep on messing with you. So if I'm messing with a female,
and I'm a woman, baby. I'm what? You see these? You see them 44 double D's?
Got him. I don't see nothing.
You don't see it. You know what?
Picture.
See, you know what? 44 double D. Formula 44 double D.
Simon, what you got to say? Because I know you.
Whoa! Wait, say that one more time, TC.
Formula 44 double D, baby.
You better shut your mouth. You hear what I'm saying to you? You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
Oh my God!
I got A cups.
Okay, but if we're going to tell the truth and be realistic, if it's not 90 days, if it's not a month, or you said a couple weeks.
No, it's not. The thing about it is when you come with the time period. See,
okay,
just like TC said, you never know. You might be busy. You might be too busy talking to him on the phone, and that's the only time you can spend is on the phone. And it might be a month or two before you actually meet up with that person. But what I'm saying is, if you're coming at me saying, I gotta wait 90 days, I gotta wait 45 days, that's what I'm saying. That mentality is something that just is a huge turn off. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, that there would never be, because I might meet somebody that lives, across the United States, and I might not see him for a year. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying, but when you come to town, you best believe if it's been 12 months. And
I know that's correct.
Drop it. And that's right when you get off the plane. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yo, so real quick, y'all remember this? There's this TV show called Married at First Sight, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Married at First Sight.
No, I never saw that.
The thing is, the producers match you up with the person you're gonna marry, and you meet them at the altar. Yes. Literally, the guy's at the altar, and then they bring the woman in, and they become legally married with the justice of the peace, pastor, preacher, whatever, there, and they do the thing. But then you watch the show, and some of them people, they rock out the first night, right? But then you'll be a couple of weeks in, and then you'll see some of the women like, yeah, no, I don't. He tries, but I don't know him. I don't know him. So I feel like, as but you're his wife under God and the courts, you know, because a lot of relationships that took place traditionally, the man didn't know her, you know.
Yeah,
that
that's
man
true.
probably rolled up on daddy's farm. He had 2 cows and a goat. You know what I'm saying? And he came through and he's Mr. Johnson, I'd like to take your daughter Mamie for marriage. And if the dad approves, he'll let you have a couple dates with Mamie just so she could feel like she had a choice in the matter. That's the way it was before.
Okay.
The way the situation is now is way different. It's way different. So when you watch that show and you see those people, they're refusing even after a few weeks, you know, even after several weeks, they're not wanting to be intimate. I don't know him. Man, then get the hell off the show. Why are you here? Why are you here? You actually made a commitment to marry somebody that you didn't know. So now you're going to leave out one of the pivotal pieces of it? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, but
That's all I
okay,
say. That was rant.
but a man wrote that book. A man wrote a book said wait 90 days. A man did.
Man,
He's a simp.
Come on, bro.
What
Come
you
on,
say?
man.
He's a simp.
Come on, yo.
You know what?
Steve Harvey.
Come on now.
Y'all men have it both ways. One minute the guy man writing telling women wait 90 days, and then y'all say, oh, he's a simp. Which one is it, brothers?
First of all, he didn't write that book for us, Andrea.
He
So
wrote
let me help you out. Watch this. Let me help you out. Watch this. Here's the way it works. Kevin Samuels created a platform where he talked about the way men should move.
Yes.
Right? And then he created a bigger platform, the biggest, talking about the way women should move, right?
Yes.
Okay. He got hella heat even after he lost his life. People attempted to, metaphorically dance on his grave. Right? Okay. Steve Harvey did what he did in similar fashion. You know what we did? We called him a simp and kept it moving. And we kept it moving. And we were like, yeah, we know what this dude doing. All right. Yeah, we see Derek Jackson simping over there. All right, yeah. And that's what it was. The sisters tried to destroy him. So there's a major difference in terms of the way that we receive and how we, our mental filtration system on how we receive information. Like I said, you guys filter it through an emotional filter that's on the other side of your ear. It's like an emotional filter, and it changes everything from, the soup is a little salty to her thinking, oh, you saying I can't cook.
Yeah, but okay, but his book sold a lot of books. His book
to whom, Andrea?
Women bought the books.
Women.
Right. So then what do you say? So you're like, oh, but there was a man that wrote that book. He didn't write it for us. He wrote it for y'all.
See, the
and
difference
he wrote
is
it
that
in a clever way that you guys would buy it, and you did.
And the difference is you have men subscribing to what Kevin Samuels was saying to the women. No man, really, there weren't many men subscribing to what Steve Harvey was saying. They weren't. So that's the biggest difference. I know you want what Steve Harvey's saying is to be true, but it's just not. It just doesn't work.
I agree. I do agree.
It does work, but yeah,
For
it
simps.
does work. It does
For
work.
simps.
Huh?
For simps.
No, it works. What's a simp?
Yeah, what is a simp? Can y'all explain that to us?
You see,
when y'all say that, we don't get it.
Just I don't respond to that because see, my brothers are not simps at all. They're one of my brothers.
Masculinity? Is it masculinity? I mean, what is a simp? To me, when I hear a simp, I hear a weak man.
Well, not necessarily a weak man. It's just a
Someone who
man
caters
that
to their
doesn't.
woman. That's what they're supposed to do.
No,
Right?
it's not even that easy. It's a way a man moves when it comes to women.
Okay.
Oh,
the way he
You know what I'm
moves.
saying? I mean, it dives more into the fact that a man will be out here knowing he wanting to smash, knowing he's wanting to find somebody, but then he finds somebody that looks good just because they look good, just because they got a nice body or something. They throw all that man shit away and go after whatever she says.
Mm.
So, right. So now you see, simp is the definition of someone who's caught feelings and who would do anything for that person that would not do the same for them, whereas pimp is the contrary. So in terms of simp itself, it's just let's call it a vernacular, you know, a vernacular, a definition or a word that we use in order to denote that kind of dude. So when we call somebody a simp, you know, where simp is misused is when we see a guy that's not willing. I mean, when we see a guy that's willing to do more for this woman than we would be willing to do, we may misuse that term as a simp.
Right.
You know, where dude, you know, somebody's like, yo, come on, man. How you gonna talk to your wife like that, bro? In front of the crew, man? Come on, man.
But what is it?
You got a car. Hold on, wait, let me land this plane. And it'll be
Okay.
like, yo, you got a car and you letting her walk from the grocery, bro? Come on, what you doing? He might say, man, shut up, man. You simping, man. Relax. You know, it can be used in a derogatory term, but it's actually a term that we use for men that tend to do everything and go above and beyond for the love or affection of a particular woman, even though he may not even have a chance.
Well,
But
what's wrong with being a simp? Because
So
I
this-
want to know what's
okay,
wrong.
so
So
how
this
about
is
your
what
son?
it is.
Let's talk
So
about
this
your
is-
son. Let me ask you your son, Andrea.
What's my,
What if your son?
my
I
son
said,
ain't
let's
no
ask
simp.
about your. Hold on.
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on. Relax. What I'm saying is that your son,
Yes, my baby.
okay,
Yes. Mhm.
if he's there wanting to do everything for a girl that's treating him like shit, but he just wants to be up under him. You know what we're talking about. You playing contrarian. He
So this is
wants
what
to
it
be
is.
there and he wants
But
to do
that's
everything for a
different.
girl that ain't doing shit
That's-
for him. He wants to spend his money. He's spending all his money helping her with her rent. He's not getting no ass. All right. He's doing all of these things he's been taken advantage of, and he's loving it. All right. That's a
But
simp.
that's different.
You met
This is
simps
this is this
before.
is this is what this is
But-
in
but
layman's
if-
terms.
if
This is
you-
what it is. Let me give you an example. So you have a stay-at-home dad, right?
Okay.
If it was his plan, he told his wife that, you know, this is what we're doing, this is how we're going to do it. He's the man of the house, he's running the show, regardless of how much money she making bring her home, he's still running the show. That's a man. A simp is doing exactly what his wife is telling him to do. You need to stay at home because I'm making more money. Why ain't you wash them clothes? Why ain't you take care of them kids? You know what I'm saying? That's mainly what a simp is. Somebody that is below or what a man is supposed to be in a relationship.
That's very disrespectful. First of all, to even talk to a person like that, what you just said, Diesel. And it's like, you know, because I'm making this money, you know, you better just stay home and
that's
and
the
I'll
simps.
do X, Y, and Z. So
It
yeah, I
happens.
mean, okay,
That's what happens to simps.
They
I'm
accept that
agreeing with you.
behavior.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that so they're in that relationship, and there are many men that are abused in relationships. There are. You see, so I see that, but that's not what I guess when you all mentioned the word from when we first started and when Andrea and I first asked, I didn't glean that from you. I gleaned something totally different. If a man wants to cater to his lady and wife or wife, if a man wants to go and wait for, like, go get the car and then bring the car around, and then she gets in the car. That's not simping.
Right.
No,
That's
I do that.
between-
That's what I'm
But
saying. I do that.
Okay,
Diesel,
so that's
what
what.
Diesel
So,
did.
no, so you
Diesel
no.
gave an example. See, what I did was I gave a definition, right? I gave a definition. What Diesel gave wasn't necessarily a definition. He gave an example of how simping can manifest itself.
Right.
And he gave that particular example.
Right.
But
And
it
that's what I'm
manifests
saying.
itself in so many ways. What we're talking more so about is the premarital simping, the simping that dudes do in the beginning, because if a marriage does in fact take place, then that behavior will become perpetual. And it will set a trend for how that relationship can potentially go. And then when he comes to his mind and he stops simping, she's going to get upset because she's feeling like he's changing up and that he changed. And what happens is other women, this is something that's key. And this is really funny. I may bend the corner with this one, right? Many women are able to immediately detect simps. Simps, you know where the simp penthouse is? It's called the friend zone. Okay.
Manosphere.
While the real dudes, we make it to the end zone.
The manosphere.
That they exist within that purgatory called the friend zone, right? So women can see when a dude is a simp. A woman can see, a sharp, creative woman can see this dude is a simp and he's with that lady that's mistreating him. All she has to do is treat him like a king, give a great smile, act like she's paying attention. And at some point, when his heart begins to tell wifey no, because even like a kid, a certain amount of spankings now, they get used to it. They develop a numbness. Once he gets the tough nuts to tell her no, or that 7-year itch comes around, she may lose her dude to that person that knew how to treat him like a king, and all she had to do was be nice to him. You know, so it's heavy. Andrea, you said what's wrong with a dude simping over a woman, and what I said was if it was your son doing it, you wouldn't be having that shit.
Yeah, but why you always got to bring it back to my son? Okay,
because the thing is, here's why. Because you don't tell the truth about men unless it's. You even said it on the show, right? You said that I tell the truth. I did not consider a man's feelings until I had. You did not consider black men's feelings until you birthed one.
I had a
son.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm actually pulling you back to your humanity and not the political correctness that you was trying, that cloak of political correctness you was trying to pull up there, because I know for a fact you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have that about your baby boy. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna have no woman take a baby for him. I sure ain't. Shoot, man up. I would straight tell him, man up. Shoot. And that's what you ain't.
You gave a beautiful story the other day. You gave a beautiful story. A beautiful story, right? Yes. So watch this, Diesel. Andrea was on Sir Hale Speaks show, and they were talking about what would you do if your son was dealing with, I guess, an overbearing woman or over the top woman, right? Stressing him out and all of that. She said what she would tell him is to be patient, right? That's what Andrea said. I would tell my son to be patient. And then Sir Hale was like, no, you don't do that. You got to tell him to get out of there. Better yet, please, I beg of you, please, I have to talk to have his dad talk to him. A man needs to talk to him. Have his dad talk to him, you know? And then the thing I respect is that you actually went and did it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We talked through it. We talked through it because that's our ex-husband. You get what I'm saying? So I literally was like, yo, get over the feelings. This is about your son. Don't worry about it. He's going to respect you for you telling him that, you know? And it worked out beautifully, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's and that's the thing. So when I brought that up, what I'm saying is that you would not go for that. And I know you would not go for that. So you're like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, okay. Q. How about that? Yeah, I know you're triggered. I know you're triggered, Sam. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want my son to be no simp, okay? No. I don't want him. But at the same time, as
I don't think we want any of our children.
Yeah, but I have seen, man, some of these men are some simps. I have seen some, like, they don't know how to say no. They be like, okay, baby. She talked them out of the way, talked them crazy. And I'm like, well, you dealing with that? I'm like,
yeah, because crazy because
but where your manhood at? It's like
it is his manhood. That man, it's the manhood. It's that crazy. It's that crazy us.
Oh yeah,
it's that crazy us. It's crazy. And all he can think about is that crazy us at time. And
but at the same time, you can break.
It's not healthy.
But see, that's simp mentality right there.
Yeah,
that is exactly what simp mentality is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Gotcha.
I done had some crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't had crazy.
What?
Yo, that crazy. Yo, let me tell you, that crazy. There's something about that crazy where it's just like,
yeah. But see, you get to a point where you find out they crazy, you don't take them out in public.
Right. There's a fine line. There's a fine line between genius and insanity.
Yes.
And them crazies, boy, they
You don't
become
take
like
them out in public.
Einstein in the day.
They're not public public material. You got to keep them inside.
Yeah.
Preferably on a chain.
Yeah, but you got to watch out for the crazy though. You got to know when to go home because you mess around with the crazy, you fall asleep and you wake up, and then she'll be right there. She'll be right there in your face, like right here, like this.
Right.
Like this. And I wake up, I'm like, and this happened before, right? Yes. I wake up, I open my eyes, and then she like, yo, what you doing? She's like this. Nothing. I was just watching. I was watching you breathe.
Yeah.
Like, yo, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
and you can't trust the food. Then you can't trust the food.
I'm just watching you breathe. Yo, like she was. Y'all ever back in the day where you kissing? You ever kissing when you were younger? You kissing, and then you make the mistake of open your eyes, and then the other person you kissing, they open your eyes too, and it's just really weird ass moment.
Oh
yeah. Yes.
So, yeah, man. Wake up and she right.
Yeah. That's so true. That is, you crazy, chef. You are crazy.
Yeah, but she put me to sleep. That's what's important. My public service enough.
Okay, so now I know what a simp is. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
I got it now.
That's what I'm saying. It's just you psychologically utilize it as just a definition for a chump, for a dude, it's just a new term word for it, but it's specifically related to interpersonal relationships with men and women and what the man would do. And, sometimes people will give a judgment or attach a label to something, and it's overhanded or they're over rotating. But, for the most part, that's what it means. A man that will be overly submissive and consistently acquiesce to the whims of a woman that he feels attracted to.
Okay.
So,
but you have had them women who are their husband are sips and they get out in the club and get to acting the damn fool on their asses.
Okay.
They really embarrass their husband. I feel embarrassed for the husband.
I know, right?
It's like you can't. You in the rock in the hard place because you tell your homegirl how to do that, and then she mad with you, and then it's a lie. That's a lie. I be like, I don't want to deal with this.
He's a man that's being used and abused and being took everything he has while getting very little from a woman or women. Simping is a term that came from the pimping world, right? But in the square world, men could be in the square world. Men could still be simps. Ghost flu. The way young ladies today are raised, the future looking bleak towards what men could ask for when it comes to morals and standards. Call me cynical if you want. The dating world today is horrifying.
Yeah.
Woo. True. I agree with
true.
It's true.
Woo. I appreciate you watching us over here on Twitch, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And thank you for watching us, Ghost Floof. You could have been on another Twitch channel watching the Naked Hot Tub, stuff that they got going on Twitch, but you came here and watch us. All right. So, yo, let's keep this thing going before we wrap this show up. I wanna play a little more.
All right, you were saying, do I want to hear about your original plan?
Right.
Okay, no, and I will tell you why. You're not doing it. You're doing what you have to do to survive and live. Okay?
Okay.
So your original plan, it doesn't matter.
It does if it can change my situation.
Okay. Go ahead, since you know better than I do.
No, nobody ever said that. Okay, but anyway.
Go ahead, dude.
The reason why I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance examiner. I'm not sure if you heard about that.
It doesn't matter. Go ahead. I don't have to know what you know, but go ahead.
All right, thank you.
All right, look here, man. Don't be a bitch. Don't do little bitchy boys. Get the fuck off my phone, bitch. I don't get the phone. Go take blood, boy. You ain't work a job where people quiet in the background.
Well, Kevin, Mr. Samuel, it seems I have a question. Do you date 30-year-old women? Because you mentioned on the last show.
And that is a question. Why?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it, why would you say you're 50?
Because okay, first off, okay, you want to answer that question? It's a double standard. Just like you can stay at home while I got to go work. If I was at home and you worked, people would look at me a certain way. This is a double standard that's been with us since time immemorial. Children can come out of whatever I do. I can be 70 years old, and as long as I'm not shooting blanks, I can make babies. You can't.
Hey, I don't care what you look like.
So I don't.
But I said no. I don't care what you look like. But before a woman's gonna sign off and become your missus, they're gonna check their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So if you honestly think, okay, here's the thing, and I don't know your first name. So what is it?
Walter.
Walter. If you were to wake up tomorrow and be broke, how long you think your wife would stay?
Until I die.
Okay. Hope that never happens to you. Hope you never. But that would be the first woman to hear. Well, I went to the first woman. But is your wife asleep or is she talking to you?
No, she just walked up. I woke up.
I'm not going to inject any difficulty into your marriage, Walter. But I got gray in my beard and gray on my head, and what you saying does not comport with anything I've ever experienced in my living life.
You're a very good communicator.
I know. Thank you very much. And that's why I said money is more than nice. It is required if you expect to have a woman, especially a woman of quality. Thanks.
You still haven't defined quality. Everyone's.
All right. See, I'm not going to go back and forth with this again. See, and this is part of the problem. Young men, this is a man who's sitting up in the house with a wife and going to sit there and tell you, money's nice, but, you know, if his dude is honestly trying to say, Miss Walter, your husband just said if he lost all his money, you'd be living right on the corner with it. Yes, ma'am. You in your older age, because I'm assuming y'all roughly the same age, this man has basically said if he lost it all, you'd be happy to be living in that box with him until he died. That's what he said. Until he died.
That's the energy you're getting because you're a guy that said you don't
depending on
get a big dick.
The reason why
The Walter guy basically, I don't know if you guys had seen it before, but Walter was pushing back against Kevin talking about the men needing to earn a certain amount of money to be able to take care of the women and us not focusing on their earnings. Because, of course, even in traditional setting, the men that were eyes got big and gleamed at the fact that he was going to be with a woman that had more money, you know, they would look funny on the man. Just like a girl that comes from a wealthy family, if she's being courted by a man who comes up from lesser means, they are going to be looking at that man with distrust. What you think, Andrea?
Well,
You want me to repeat it?
Yes, sir. Please. I'm a little distracted over there. Okay, I had somebody in my ear. I apologize. Okay.
So what I said was, man, you made me forget what I said, and I was flowing too. So basically, what I was saying is that when a man, women are talking about how the man should be excited about how much money they earn.
Yes.
If that man is willing to take care of you and take care of everything, then how much you earn means nothing to him, because he already has the metaphorical yellow brick road laid out for you. Psychologically, he has a plan for the castle, a plan for the moat, a plan for both of them to have princes and princesses, something for a legacy, conquering a new kingdom, a new business, maybe to eventually move into a bigger castle. But a man of means, the men that those women are looking for, they did not just hit the top 10 or top 6, depending on percent of the US population, by virtue of just chilling or a scratch off ticket. This was intentional, hard work.
Yes.
I do this. The music also. Work.
Yes.
Andrea, you the one that be like, yo, chef, I don't even see how you still up or how you was still up. Yo, you can't burn the candle at both ends. Blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yo, it takes time and all of these things. And this man is just asking for a woman that will be his peace. In terms of a helpmeet does not just mean doing this and doing that. A lot of times helpmeet is you, the man, knowing you want to do this or want to do that. But another big piece of a helpmeet is peace. Peace.
Okay, right. I finally understand. Y'all don't gotta say it no more. I understand what peace means. Okay, I get it. I understand now. I mean, I don't heard it say enough. I understand what peace means to y'all. Okay, I get it. I get it now. I didn't understand
that before.
I think that last clip was based on the fact that the man was saying that his wife would stick around even if he stopped making money to his grave.
Yes, if the wife loves her husband and they have been together a long time and she know he have protected and provided and been a good father to her and a good father to his children, she is gonna stay around. Only person not gonna stay around is somebody didn't love you like that.
Do you know what's one of the number one causes for divorce?
Finance.
Breakups? Finance.
That was mine.
Interesting. So
what did he say again?
That was
he
mine.
said that was his. That was his reason.
Oh, okay.
Can I? So, you want me to tell you my situation?
Go ahead, do your thing,
baby. If you want to tell me, I'm all here to listen.
I was with my wife for 7 years. Mm-hmm. We was together for 6 years. Got married. Right after we got married, I was set up, accused of some stuff. I was charged with 2 felonies. I was out of work for almost a year. Right. The first 6 months of me being out of work, I still had enough money saved up in my account to where I could pay all the bills and all that stuff. She was working also. And it took her 2 months of paying the bills to where she said she could not handle that responsibility. And we broke up. We separated. She didn't have to pay a bill or anything. All the money that she was making was for herself. Even after I lost my job, she still didn't have to pay a bill. And when she did have to pay the bills, she could pay all the bills with half of one of her checks, because I made it to where I paid my mortgage, had to refinance and everything to where it was very low. Didn't have to pay hardly any bills. And she said she just did not want the responsibility, because with my 3 girls and all that stuff, it was too much of a responsibility, and we separated.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So yeah, I know exactly what Kevin Samuels is talking about. I mean, I've lived it. And I thought it was about love, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, human nature is human nature. A woman wants to feel security. A woman wants to be taken care of. at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If she feels like it's not going to happen because she really didn't think I was going to be the police again. You know what I'm saying? That was my dream. And she felt like we would never be able to live that life again. So she felt like in the long run, it would be where it was going to be. And I kept on telling her it wasn't going to be like that. But if a person feel like something's not going to happen the way they feel like it's going to happen, they go for what their gut's telling them. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it was.
Diesel, I'm gonna be that wasn't wow.
Wow.
That wasn't cool.
Thank you for sharing, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a big brother. That's a big man to do that, you know, and share your heart and be vulnerable. You're not a simp, okay? You're being vulnerable to me, Andrea, and everybody, all the ladies in the chat. We love you because to us, sometimes even a true man can do that. I will say this, you know, for better, for worse, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that part of the deal? Everything. Listen, this is like, let's now just talk real talk. Everything doesn't go that way. Okay, you will. Somebody's gonna lose a job. Somebody's can get in an accident. You know, I think I've told the story before in some other places. My parents were together, and then my father, you know, had to take some medication, and in this one particular medication, which is Coumadin. We all know what Coumadin does. It decreases the sex situation. Did my mother? No, she didn't go. No, she stuck by him, stuck with him. They worked through it. They did what the doctor ordered for that particular time, and then they did holistic stuff. She stuck with him. That was the deal because he stuck with her. When she wasn't working, then there was nothing that we didn't want for anything. You understand? The roles will reverse at times, and this is where I do get a little perturbed at people, because it's like the man is the provider, he's the this and he's the that. Yes, but something can happen. And then what? Not that he's not doing anything. I ain't saying you down in the basement, you know, playing video games and shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You out there, you're doing your thing. You're trying to find new work. You got a couple of odd jobs on the side. And et cetera, et cetera. No, she can't go out and buy Louis Vuitton and this, that, and the other. No, we can't do that. We got to do something different. That's what this whole thing of life is all about. When you love somebody.
Yeah, but you know, Diesel, I appreciate you. I appreciate you laying down her online tonight. This is truth and balance. And my brother, I give it up to you because you don't sound angry.
Whoa!
Wait a minute.
Well, you didn't wait 90 days. You just brought it up.
You don't sound angry.
So technically, what's that, about 90 minutes? That's about 90 minutes.
Like that.
Got your ass.
She was talking about 90 days earlier. Now she said she gonna give it up.
90 minutes. She said, I give it all up. I give it all up to you, Chief.
Gosh, that's what she said. I heard it, Chef.
You heard it. You went on the replay.
And
I'm clipping.
Listen, I'll take it however you give it to me.
All right now.
No, this ain't no hotel in here now. You know there's laws in this place, Chief. But no, look. Listen, man.
I'll give it up to you. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah, you see? No. I'm about to mute you. No backsies. You got to ride with that one.
Did you pass
there
that
is no
cigar to
statute
Andrea
of
and we didn't see it?
on that one. All right. Wait. Ghost Flu said they went from what you smoking to may I join so fast. Like, what you smoking to pass that?
Right, past the Dutchie.
Right. Well, yeah, listen. I didn't know we was gonna run this long. I had to pick up the dinner that's waiting before 11:45. You know what I'm saying? We live real lives here. So This is one of the segments. This is only the second segment of Andrea Reacts to Kevin Samuels, right? And she doesn't watch his stuff. So, you know, we're going to have another segment next week. We'll pull some other ones. And I know there's going to be a couple of things that she will disagree with, but today was a great day. Thank you, Gabrielle. I appreciate you for that $5 Super Bowl, my bro.
Come back, Diesel. You can come back. I would love to interview you. Okay, because you
bet you would.
Story around here.
I bet you would.
Don't contact because you got an interesting story, my brother. For real, okay. And I'm coming home to North Carolina. I'm coming home in October. Okay.
October's my birthday.
Wait, what you say?
October 5th is my birthday.
Oh no,
Libra. We
got October. I'm coming home last October, but we can go have a drink when I get coming home. Go home.
Chef, you know, you can, you know, coordinate with Diesel, not you, Andrea.
Okay.
Chef, brother, you coordinate with the other brother right there, Mr. Diesel, the man, and then we see you at the G-Hole. Now, see, listen, Andrea, the G-Hole better not be the face for the poster child for the G-Hole. You understand?
I'm coming home.
I'm trying to turn that shit to Freaknik.
North Carolina, okay?
Freaknik has been canceled, okay? Remember that.
She said 90 minutes.
You can hit me on the DM, Diesel. I just hit you in the back chat. That's you. That's me. You just DM me on IG. You know what I'm saying? And then we make it happen. But yo, folks, ladies, gentlemen, rocks and flowers in this beautiful garden. I thank each and every one of you for coming through and kicking it with us. And you know, we're gonna be sending you out to the streets, but we want everybody to be safe. But of course, one of the things that we normally do is float you out on a magic carpet with a big V on it. Can somebody type into the chat what that word is, how we send you out of this place? We got Diesel in the spot today. We got to let Diesel know.
Come back, Diesel, okay? I really like you, my brother. Come back.
Come back, Diesel.
Diesel.
Can somebody put in the chat the way that we send you out of the Truth and Balance show or any show on Chef Shapino's page? Thank you, Quantum.
All right, vibing. Okay, vibing. Quantum love. All right.
Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. We're going to do it again. Chef out.
All righty.
This was a good one, and I really enjoyed your presence.
Club phone jump, it's the weekend. Dream come true with the freak friends. Hitting on doors, that's a defense. Rolling with all, that's our friends. It me change, you let me peach. With a bull shaking to my maybe drop bands. Today on by nice sale. Today on by you the kid play. Baby, tell me what you want. Julian, I know you need fun. Ever since remember we been knocking at the door. Y'all been moving paper, we be running up the school. Never for that that we was sleeping on the floor. West side Africa, you know the shit ain't cool. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Pop it, baby. Come roll with me. All night long. As times relax, my mind's relaxed. I got now from who got next. Here's my number, just send a text. You got a man and she responds, nah. Okay, sure enough. I'ma let you go, don't wanna hold you up. I'ma call your phone when I put it up. Whoever let you go must be dumb as fuck. Wait far. Girl, you so fine, I'll pay for. Fly you first class to the lake bar. Body so blessed, I pray for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. Why did I kill it? Night long. This the part where you get your girl, nigga. Make sure she focused, nigga. Make sure you focus, nigga. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hit it. for your ass, nigga. Hit for your ass, nigga. Profit.
Vibing all night long. Peace. We out. I gotta grab this food, y'all. Hold it down.